Oh.
Oh.
Hi.
Hello.
That's such a random intro to the stream. Anyways, hello! Welcome everyone to a game of Danganronpa Lapse, which we haven't played in how long?
10 years.
Oh. I thought you checked this. Why didn't you
Just wondering because I was looking for the thumbnail.
Oh. Well, I don't remember when we last played them.
Oh, I don't remember either.
Anyways, so, just a summary, I think, if I can remember correctly. Well, they're all in this, like, hotel thing, I guess, and the protagonist is insecure about being surrounded by ultimates that they passed out, and, got rescued by this handsome man called, wait, shoot, I forgot his name. Forte, or just Fort, I don't know. Fort Solo. And then now we've been announced that it's a killing game, and now we're going to chapter 1, daily life. Who knows how long this video will be, but who knows? Let's see.
Who knows how long this video will be, but who knows?
Yeah, exactly. That's how you word things. Just kidding.
Things are meant to be worded. Things are meant to be worded.
This is the wrong game, SMH. Anyways, you're mentioning Starrel. This is not Starrel.
Oh, it's not.
Anyways, let's go to chapter 1.
Oh, I forgot all the voices.
I forgot all the voices too. Whatever. This is just
Undeterred by the horrifying announcement, while left after in an almost giddy manner, Smith painted his face in stark contrast to our own astonished expression.
I forgot who everyone is. Hold on. Let's here we go. Okay, let's just get a rerun. Arturo Campopiano. I don't know. I never really. Okay, next. Oh, whoops. We have Pandora Spare. I'm not gonna pronounce that. But there's Pandora. Say Kona. I forgot about these. And Cannon, right? Yep, Cannon. I have Echo Pine, our protagonist. Okay. Then we have Fort Solo. Anyway. Huh? He's like, what? What? Oh, I forgot about this thing. Okay, then we have Cyrus. His name is, what is it again? Well, his name is...
Nothing brown.
Okay. Now we have Lyle. Oh, so this is Lyle. Only him, huh?
Why does he have like the best smile?
I know, right?
Like the others are so like...
Plain?
It's too...
And then... well, who knows? And then, ooh, there's Missy Vesper. Cool. And Ashley, our best friend.
Awesome. The last three are the only good ones.
Maybe these were made last. Anyways, alright, now we return.
I think you were reading the bubbles because I was struggling so hard.
What do you mean? Oh, right, okay. On the should I read?
I already read.
Okay, fine.
Oh god.
It's fine, do whatever.
So we're stuck in this weird luxury mansion for 7 days, huh?
7 days.
What's 7 days anyway? It shouldn't be too hard not to kill anyone during that time, right? We've made it this far.
Really? 7 days? I didn't know that was specified. Art chuckled nervously, but the fact that such an inexplicable requirement like that existed in the first place was difficult to come to terms with. One very simple rule: kill a fellow student without getting caught.
Not very simple.
What kind of awful rule was that?
Oh god, I forgot.
So deep and...
Please don't joke about this man.
And he's Spanish, I think. Anyways. Oh, I don't remember it. Don't lose your head so hastily. I noticed the announcement rules didn't outright state that we necessarily needed to kill anyone to begin with. Perhaps Lyle is onto something regarding the ARG angle. Besides, the risk isn't nearly pressing enough to encourage such drastic action. Despite the loophole Missy mentioned, the pressure of a killing game being presented loomed over us, crushing whatever sense of comfort we initially had. There's no use to be glaring at each other in silence.
What do you mean?
We ought to continue the mansion investigation.
Missy shook off the terrible feeling and went on her way to search once more.
Oh no, I forgot. Oopsie. Sorry.
You... She was so
Anyway.
happy earlier.
Oh, you're so cute.
Okay.
Where were we? Okay, anyway. Investigate? How could you ask such a thing after something so scary just happened?
Being able to stay composed at a time like this, Missy isn't easily shaken,
Which is nothing to say about Lyle, who is excited. With nothing left to do, we departed from the atrium. But the voice continued to haunt me as I left the room.
Oh, right, it was the both of us.
Huh?
It was the both of us.
What, both of us?
Voicing the mascot.
Oh, right. I forgot. Wow. That awful cackle. That awful cackle rang in my ears, filling me with dread. Upon leaving the atrium, the others dissolved into their own disoriented thoughts. With the foyer door bearing any chance of exit, all we could do was wait.
No,
Not again.
Just back.
Wait. All we could do was wait for tomorrow, wherein tomorrow the real fun will begin. This so-called game with an odd emphasis on ultimate students, except for me, I guess. What horrible thing could possibly be in store for us?
Murder.
I felt like I was being suffocated by the decorated walls and furniture, the decorated students and their achievements. What had I gotten myself into? I followed close to Ashley as we drifted away from the atrium, dragging my feet through the hallways. Echo, are you okay?
I don't know.
Some announcement, huh?
Yeah. I'm still reeling from being surrounded by students with super talents.
Right.
But honestly, I'm really worried about you.
Me?
Yeah, that whole killing game seems to center around the ultimate title stuff, so I hope you're not dragged into it.
Echo, you don't need to worry about me. I'm a lot tougher than you think. And I'm gonna die! We both thought the same. I've fallen off my horse more times than I can count. But I just get up and get back in my saddle.
Yeah, you can just get murdered multiple times.
Yep.
I can't help it. Might be a fluke or some kind of cruel joke, but what if it's not? Sorry, I know there's no use making myself sick with worry.
Don't fret about that. It makes sense. This strange situation would make anyone nervous. But look, I'm not going anywhere. If anything happens to me, I'm not going down without a fight. And you're my best friend. I don't think being friends with a little worrier is any trouble at all. Ashley tried to reassure me multiple times that she wasn't going to get wrapped up in this absurd killing game, but despite her stubbornness, my heart sank further and further into darkness. Knowing such a game was thrusted upon us in the first place was too awful to bear. I didn't want Ashley to reassure me that she wasn't going to die. I wanted to hear that the killing game wasn't real at all.
It's not real.
It's not real.
It's not real. It's fiction.
Yeah, it's...
Ash, would you mind if I had some time alone? I'm still feeling overwhelmed.
Oh, of course. I understand. In that case, I'll take some time to explore the mansion a little more. I'll always be around if you need anything.
Likely story.
Take care, Echo. I'm probably gonna be dead by the next scene, but you know.
We're just predicting. We're gonna talk to everybody like they're gonna die.
Exactly. Ashley departed for the study, and I went back to my personal room. It was all too much. I threw myself on the bed and let my body slowly sink into the comforter as I sank into my thoughts.
And died.
I went over the events of the supposed vacation in my head. I woke up in an unknown room with nothing in my possession, and in a panic threw the door open to find my best friend, Ashley Westbridge, the ultimate... Ashley Westbridge, the ultimate... Just kidding.
Equestrian.
Ashley Westbridge, the ultimate equestrian? Wait, that doesn't sound right. Ashley Westbridge, the ultimate... that doesn't sound right. That's right. She's the ultimate jockey. Supposedly won 84% of her races, whatever that meant.
If you don't know what that means, I don't know what's wrong with your brain.
Huh? Question mark?
Huh?
I know, right? Regardless, she neglected to tell me of such a thing during our friendship. Ashley and I teamed up to explore what we discovered to be a mansion. After meeting a handful of students, we discovered 9 out of 10 of them had something called an ultimate talent. There is someone who doesn't have one. Who doesn't have an ultimate talent? It's Cyrus. Just kidding. Hang on. Cyrus Surik said he's the ultimate charisma, or whatever that means.
Sounds so dumb.
Alright, wait a minute. Canon Alta is the ultimate photographer, specializing in some form called rocket figure. I hope I pronounced that correctly. That's right. Within our group, I discovered I was the only one without some sort of ultimate talent. I wanted to speculate that perhaps I had no memory of such a thing, but in all honesty, I wasn't even able to list any interesting memories pertaining to an ultimate talent. I was in a state of disarray. After being overwhelmed by the immense talent everyone encompassed, I felt an urge to escape. I ran to the foyer's main doors and was... in the foyer... Well, Christ. I was... down the right way. Hold it. That doesn't sound right. How could I possibly still be here? Hang on. That doesn't sound right. I don't have any physical bruises. That's right.
We're just taking over here.
Upon grabbing the door handle, a shock was sent through me, causing me to pass out.
That was a good recap.
I know, right? I lost consciousness and woke up sometime later in Fort's room. After the shock, the rest of the students became concerned. Our group split up in the next morning and searched the mansion for any signs of a trap. In the middle of the search, we were summoned on the second floor atrium. There, we heard some horrific news. The horrible news was... we're not real. Huh? That's absurd. Huh? That's absurd.
Sorry.
What? I hardly even know what the preservation project is. We're not real. Oh, I'm sorry.
Just having an existential crisis.
A strange announcement informed us that we were to be trapped here for 7 days, and the means of escape was to kill someone. Not to mention that the real fun would begin tomorrow. It was all so strange, almost unreal. No, I just wished it was unreal. I just wanted to go back home. I wanted to go back to the comfort of complacency and knowing my place. It's not real, it's not real, it's not real. I told you, we told you, you're not real.
I know, right? You just denied it. You're so dumb.
Before I knew it, I had fallen asleep, lost in my thoughts.
All those had 4 words.
Oh god, I'm not gonna.
It's
I'm sorry if I'm butchering it.
It's French, therefore the French person is gonna die.
Rousseau. What? No, I'm pretty sure. Wait, who's the French person? No, I hope it's not her. I opened my eyes. The clock on my bedside table read 12. 12 what? 12 o'clock something.
12 o'clock.
It's 12 o'clock. Anyways.
Oh, I must have dozed off a little. Can't this weird situation just be a dream already?
I stared blankly around at my personal room.
I guess I could take a walk to get my mind off things. And you walk outside and you see a dead body.
Whoopee! Anyways, I made my way to the foyer and sighed again. I made my way to the foyer and sighed again. The grandiose point. I hate this word. It was empty, making me feel smaller against its elaborate decor.
I would check what it actually is pronounced, but it's kind of funny to just pronounce it both ways.
I dabbled around for a spell, thinking of what to do, when I heard a small conversation in the dining hall.
Have a look at this.
Have a look. Sorry.
Have a look.
Leighton, anyways. It was Pandora and Say. I paused at the door. Why said both my characters cried. I paused at the doorway. Okay.
It seemed that they were in the middle of something.
Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, it's lovely. The engraving is just immaculate. My sister gave it to me ages ago. I was wondering if you'd like it. Huh? Why me? Were you wanting something in return? Nothing of the sort. I was thinking, as a watchmaker, you must have a rich eye for detail. I believe you could give this piece the care it needs. I don't know. If it's a gift from your sister, wouldn't you want to keep it? I'm afraid I can't quite put it to good enough use. I cherish it, but if someone else can appreciate it more than I, who am I to keep it away from her? Oh, I'll try to take care of it. Thank you.
Even after a present situation made itself known, it seemed like Pandora still wanted to get along with everyone, even the most timid person, some way or another. I left them alone. Huh?
Well, it looks like he has eyes. I mean, what?
It looks like he has eyes. I stepped back into the center of the foyer. Wonder how everyone else is doing.
Oh, we can pick! Oh!
Let's go to sleep.
Oh, we can talk to... This well, we can't talk previously. Oh, man. Who do you want to talk to? That's, Lyle. Yeah.
Talk. Since we know her.
Okay.
Wonder how Ash is doing. I wonder how Ash is doing.
Hey, Echo. I was just reading about this painter named Marcel Oosterzone. Apparently, people think very highly of their work. Would you like to see?
I learned about a Renaissance painter thanks to Ashley.
So, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling a bit better. I took a walk to clear my head a little.
Glad to hear it. The last thing I would want is for you to get all worked up.
Ash, I'm curious. How did you hear about the preservation project?
I heard about it by word of mouth. I have some Ultimate Talent colleagues that were talking about the preservation project, so I signed up for it along with my friend, the Ultimate Race Car Driver.
Wow, jockey and race car driver? That's a pretty high-stakes tag team.
Well, you know how it goes. Birds of a feather? Sorry. Birds of a feather flock together. But I can't help but wonder whether or not he made it in.
I'm sure he did. He's probably just in a different group.
Maybe. It's just... last I spoke with him, we got in a huge fight.
Oh, so he's the master.
Ooh. Ashley
didn't seem to want to talk anymore. Sorry if I brought up something painful.
No, it's okay. Fights happen when people are close. It's just a fact of life, I suppose.
We've had our fair share of spats, but have usually worked through them. Remember when I dropped your mug?
I still have that mug. You worked pretty hard to mend it together in that kintsugi fashion. Although it's a little too awkward to drink out of.
I knew it was your favorite, so I did my best.
Thanks, Echo. I appreciate what you're trying to say. Don't worry about my silly fight. I'll get over it.
I said goodbye and let her have some time alone.
Whoopee!
Bye, see you later.
Okay.
Who are we talking to next? It's your turn.
Oh, let's talk to Missy. She's right here.
I'll go talk to Missy.
I can't sit still knowing there are questions to be answered. Would you like to join me in an investigation?
Missy searched for every corner of the foyer. To no avail. That was kind of a weak sigh. Are you okay?
I'm not immune to the pressure of the situation we have found ourselves in, and I must confess something, if you would allow me to think aloud a moment. I intended to join the preservation project as a part of their operating group once I heard about it. I thought my skills would prove useful.
Really? What are you thinking about it now?
I'm convinced. I think he said why.
Why are you thinking about it now?
Anyways, I'm convinced the group must have been infiltrated. The group is known for bringing in many talents from around the world. For starters, I know the Preservation Project's safe house was a large building with many wings for each group of ultimate students. The groups are divided by the window of time students signed up. In our case, we all signed up within a relatively close time frame, creating a group of 10. The individual groups are often offered a class project to work on together, utilizing all the unique skills in their pool. These projects apparently have varying results, given the fact that each group may or may not be composed of incompatible talents. Regardless, the end products are usually very unique.
Wow, that sounds interesting.
Certainly. It would have been an amusing and challenging experience to participate as well, but alas.
They're ultimate students, huh? I let Missy continue investigating in peace.
Oh, that was relatively short.
So, do we just talk to everybody?
Question, maybe? I don't know.
Well, I guess... Fort's probably in the theater.
Should I be voicing Echo now?
Sure.
Hi!
Welcome to the stage, Echo. I was just admiring the selection of props backstage. Would you like to try some?
I awkwardly tried on some hats and masks with Forte. Or Forte, I don't know. I never knew how to pronounce it.
This is killing game. It can't be our reality, can it? Can it? Excuse me, just thinking out loud.
That's okay. I was wondering the same thing.
The Preservation Project. What am I saying? They can't be related. Surely the group has been infiltrated and is pulling a horrible prank. Though I can't say I enjoy the perpetrator's flavor of humor. Yeah, just a joke.
Yeah, it's just a joke.
Oh, sorry. What is the Preservation Project anyway?
It's a group that provides safe housing for ultimate students, protecting them from extreme natural disasters. It had a reputation for taking in small groups of students at a time, since the news of it was passed along solely by word of mouth. Once enough students signed up, a number of them were let in. In our case, it seems the message got to the 10 of us.
A word of mouth?
Yes, a lot of students, ultimate students, often flock together in small communities within their area, since they're often outcast by the average people. I personally heard it when they acquired an ultimate radio host to help spread the message to my community. I can recall with clarity. His voice was boisterous and engaging, not unlike that strange announcer. Despite that, it was a modest arrangement overall. There seemed to be a constrained effort not to spread the word far and wide. It is strange considering the varying range of students and talents around the world. Wouldn't you think the group would extend this offer to more ultimates?
I guess it does feel a little deliberate.
Ah, listen to me drawing away. Don't mind my pedantic thoughts. Just trying to make sense of it is all.
Ford quieted down as he continued to inspect the costume specs of ultimate communities. I thanked Ford for spending time with me and left the theater.
Go.
I'll pick,
Alright.
I wonder if Art is again.
He's dead.
Whoops.
Whoops. Echo, wanna see how high I can climb? Safety first though, of course.
I watched Art struggle with the ropes and harnesses before giving up on the idea of climbing altogether.
So weird.
That you can't climb. It's good. What's on your mind?
This game thing. You know, that announcement said it was a game, but it's not a very fun premise. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A huge mansion or whatever, just for the 10 of us to play a killing game? Seems, I don't know. It seems, I don't know, expensive?
What do you mean?
This place is huge. I would have thought maybe more people would be involved by the looks of it. Not that I want a lot of people to play a killing game.
You say a lot of people, but are ultimate students really so common?
Yes and no. I'm familiar with Ashley's name only because I pay attention to the sport, but I know zilch about photography. Sorry, I just...
Photography.
I know.
Anyways.
Photography. I think you just have to be in the right circles. And to put it in perspective, there are billions of people on the planet. It only seems like a lot of ultimate students in this moment since we're all gathered up.
That's true.
Well, at least you don't have to worry much about all this ultimate talent stuff. It's tiring sometimes.
Art felt unusually spiteful.
Anyway, it doesn't look like I can... Anyway. Let's just cut you off.
I know, right?
Doesn't look like I can figure out this climbing business. Catch you later.
Art gave me a quick nod as he zipped out of the climbing center. Alright. Can I talk to these? Oh. I guess we can!
Under the violence.
My bad. Anyways.
Unknown, though?
Yeah. Oh. I wandered the first and second hallways in search of Lyle, but failed to
I guess maybe they're in the room.
Huh? I guess he's off solving the killing game puzzle. Better let him get to it.
Like, where else would they be?
I guess we can't! Okay, I guess we go Cyrus.
It's just a question.
Nerd. I'll look for Cyrus.
Hello, Echo. Have you come in to relax for a bit in the spa? Feel free to join me.
I settled in with Cyrus for a relaxing moment. Cyrus, what do you know about the preservation project?
Oh, just about as much as any other student who signed up. It's a group that The Ultimates protects students.
What?
It's a group that protects Ultimate students from extreme natural disaster to preserve humanity's future. It's presumed that that is their goal, as the name implies.
That is it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, okay. Huh. That's as much as I know, too.
It would be unfortunate to lose people who would benefit the world, right?
Makes sense.
What do you think of all this?
I sighed. This scenario we found ourselves it feels like the very opposite of saving Ultimate students. It's terrible. Building excitement and hopes of safety only to crush those feelings in a messed up game? I couldn't wrap my head around the idea.
A more than reasonable observation. It's cruel, isn't it? Isn't it?
But most of all, I was still confused as to why and how I found myself here.
In that case, what do you think of the others?
Huh? What about them?
Well, our associates all found their way here, for some reason or another. Isn't that right? No one would want to join a killing game voluntarily, that much is obvious. But say that the former were true, that they joined to become a part of humanity's future. Pandora seems keen on the idea that our talents can induce worldly benefit and change. Do you think such a thing could happen?
I suppose so. Well, why not? Cyrus chuckled faintly.
Why not? How optimistic.
Oh, yeah, I guess it might be a lot to hope for from the scenario we're in.
No, it's good. It's good of you to maintain the spirit that anything is possible.
Cyrus... Cyrus yawned. Cyrus flashed a pleasant smile again before reclining back on his hot chair. After a beat, I saw myself out as Cyrus continued to enjoy his time in the spa.
That's all.
Let's see if Cannon's in the mood to talk.
What's the point?
I don't know. Oh, whoops. I looked up and down the halls but couldn't find Cannon anywhere. I guess she's in her personal room. I made my way over to her listed personal room in the living quarters and knocked lightly.
Cannon?
There was no response on the other end. Either she was out being difficult to find, or she didn't want to be bothered. Whatever the case, I moved on. Yippee! Wow. Yippee! I think that's everyone. I learned a little bit more about this preservation project and how the others found their way to this place. Despite that, I was still left pondering my purpose here. After spending some time with my fellow classmates, I habitually wandered back to my personal room. But upon entering, I realized I didn't have any personal effects with which to pass the time, so I stepped right back out into the hall to see if anyone wanted to socialize. Oh. Incidentally, I came across Sei and Cannon on their way in from the foyer in the halls.
Hey, Sei. Cannon. Hey, Sei. I was about to go into the dining hall. Did you want to come?
We just left the dining hall.
Oh, I see.
We stood in silence for half a minute.
Well, I, should go.
Sei shuffled off, leaving me and Cannon to fill the empty air.
She went right back out to the foyer to who knows where.
Huh?
Sei's personal room is right there. Right here.
Maybe she wants to spend time in one of the activity rooms?
Maybe.
The conversation came to a stalemate.
I'm just being cautious.
Canon turned and withdrew to her personal room. What a productive conversation. I let out a deep breath I didn't know I was holding in.
Canon tires me out.
Sorry, that isn't the right noise. I made my way to the dining hall, running into Ashley along the way. We greeted each other in a rather unusual manner before sitting down with the other students who had already settled in for a meal. Ah, Echo and Ashley. Feel free to join us. We were just starting. How have you been faring since this morning?
I'm feeling much better, thank you.
Pleased to hear it. Missy sat at the end of the table. Art and Cyrus sat across from each other, with Ashley sitting next to Cyrus. I shoveled in, sitting next to Art and across from Ashley.
Man, what kind of class only has 5 students? One that has been disillusioned by a strange game, apparently.
Yes, it's a little disheartening to see only half of our group gathered here.
Well, it isn't strictly required that we all have dinner together. I saw Say and Canon in passing. They must have had their share already and were on their way out.
Say is a pretty shy girl, so I can understand her. Perhaps she didn't want to be around a large group of people?
And Canon, she's awfully mysterious.
Well, there's no use wondering about them. They can do whatever they please, so we shouldn't question their actions.
Even if they're suspicious? Even if they're sus? And for that matter, doesn't the killing game frighten any of you?
I voiced the questions that had been ruling my thoughts.
I mean, there's really no one capable of that sort of thing, is there?
My question was met with silence. Echo, I understand that you might be afraid right now, but it won't do you any good to worry. You're only going to run yourself ragged, thinking about the frightful possibilities.
Yeah, Missy's right. It's just some dumb announcement out of nowhere, so what's the threat? Precisely. We shouldn't make ourselves sick with anxiety from something that hasn't provoked any consequences.
Plus, if this were a killing game, why would they give us such nice amenities? Why not just throw us in a creepy locked building? Wouldn't that pressure us further into killing each other? To escape an unknown, scary building? I wonder. Regardless, we shouldn't dwell on the specifics of something so mysterious and harmless. Let us enjoy each other's company and the fixings of this mansion to its fullest.
Thank you for the encouraging words, Missy. And Missy won't get shook up. She's the definition of keeping it cool.
With the atmosphere lightened up, we continued our dinner with lively chatting. I was thankful to have such positive energies surrounding me. So after dinner, we all departed to wrap the evening with our own activities. Ashley and I walked over to the living quarters to rest for the evening. But before we went to our respective rooms, Ashley pulled me over to the end of the living quarters hallway. Oh wait, sorry. I don't know why I called myself. Sorry.
Ash? What's up?
Echo, I've been thinking, and I don't know how to say this. This killing game, it has me really worried.
An ultimate battle royale. Just saying that is just ridiculous. It has to be some kind of themed ARG or weird elaborate prank.
I was kidding around, but Ashley remained still with a serious demeanor.
Well, you're here, aren't you? How else would you explain your high school plaque on your personal room door?
Huh? Sure, it's a little strange, but that could mean anything. I was probably just mistaken for a different student at my high school.
You know what I think it means? It means I was right. Echo, being involved with me only results in ultimate levels of trouble. This game that's specially curated for ultimate students managed to gain a collateral student participant simply by association. Me.
Ash, what are you saying?
I don't want you to worry about me. Yes, I can protect myself, but it's more than that. I remember that night, the night you dropped me off after we had dinner. You couldn't walk me to my house. I did in fact make it to the house in one piece, but when I looked back out on the street, I noticed something strange. I saw smoke. It was coming from the direction you dropped me off, so I assumed the worst. I wanted to run out there and see what had happened, but the only thing I remembered after that was a sharp pain, and then...
Black.
Right. I must have been a target or something. Someone must have subdued and captured me, and at the same time, you as well. Whoever did this, it seemed they wanted to cover all their bases, which meant if you saw anything that night, you had to be taken also.
I trembled at the thought. The problem was I didn't see a thing happen that night.
Echo, I can
Wait.
protect myself, but...
I
What?
didn't say that right, did I?
Which one? Oh, wait. Oh, anyways.
How do you see that?
Like there's no like trends thing. Wait.
Controls. Log. I didn't see a thing happen that way.
What did you
I
say?
didn't read it. I mean, I didn't read it wrong. It is wrong.
Question mark?
I didn't see a thing happen that night. Anyway, I did just read it wrong actually.
Anyways, Echo, I can protect myself, but I want you to keep your distance so whatever happens to me doesn't come to harm you as well.
How could you say that? We're best friends. I can't abandon you at a time like this.
I need you to let me alone. It's for your safety. It hurts me to even think about it, but I don't want you to be in danger because of your relation to me as a close friend.
I couldn't believe what was happening. Ashley's face was painted with remorse. She only wanted to keep me safe, but in return it meant we needed to be apart. Ashley gave me one last hug before retiring to her room for the night. Ashley. I hung my head in despair. Why did this have to happen? I clenched my fists in frustration. Damn it! I pounded the wall trying to process everything. Sorry. It's just like, he says something and then he does an action and then he says something and then he does an action.
I know, right?
Trying to process everything when I heard a gentle voice. I twirled around to find the source of the voice a few paces behind me. It was Pandora. Her voice was barely a whisper. Pandora, you heard our conversation?
I apologize. I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I was only nearby because I wanted to talk to you privately.
Me?
Yes. I was wondering, does this message mean anything to you? Uma?
Pandora pulled a small piece of paper out of her apron pocket. The note had 2 symbols on it, along with some text. If you recognize one of the symbols depicted, then you have finally found me and are safe. But please do not speak of this note's existence. Trust no one but yourself. Upon closer inspection, the symbols were similar to the ones the announcement showed. What does this mean?
You recognize either of them?
I can't say that I do.
Oh, it's unfortunate. I was confused by the contents of the note, so I was hoping someone could help me. In particular, I was wondering what the note meant by "you are safe."
Based on what's shown on the note itself, the two symbols could be of interest. It seems like there could be someone here who might be connected to whoever's controlling the announcements. Basically, there might be a spy.
Not the same, but I wish the implications weren't so.
Where did you find that?
It was in my apron pocket since I woke. I don't know how it got there. I don't recall putting anything like this in my pockets.
She tucked the note away back in her apron pocket.
However, that wasn't really what I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to say, I feel like you're a very special person. I can't really explain it, but I feel a strong aura about you.
Oh, thank you. She smiled and went on. Sorry, I forgot.
Echo, you might think being an ultimate student is some kind of extravagant existence, but you forget there is beauty in the ordinary as well. Even if we do have ultimate talents, we're still regular people, just like you. Waking up with bedheads, sometimes showing up late to our appointments. We're just a little more preoccupied with one particular thing than most others.
Thank you, Pandora. Pandora managed to quell a bit of the worry in my heart.
But it is a pity what happened between you and Ashley.
I don't know what to think anymore. One moment, Missy is telling me not to believe a word the announcement says, and another moment, Ash is cutting ties with me in a firm belief of the dangers of the game. What am I supposed to do? I felt my throat begin to choke.
Oh, je désolé, Echo. I don't think it's my place to say. I do feel like I didn't pronounce that correctly. But anyway, however, this is but a bump in the road. Ashley will always be your friend, no matter what. And it may be difficult to determine what's in store for us ahead, so we must keep our faith and live one moment at a time.
The lights started to dim as Pandora smiled at me one last time.
Oh no, is she gonna die? A body is best.
It's now 9 p.m. Nighttime will begin at 10 p.m. Facilities will be closed until 7 a.m. the next morning. Even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise.
Oh dear, it looks like the nighttime has come. Oh then, bonne nuit, Echo. Bonne nuit.
Bonne nuit.
And please don't tell anyone about this note. I don't want to cause any unnecessary trouble. I feel like this note is the key to the many mysteries of this place.
I nodded. The note was odd, but I couldn't find it in me to outright doubt Pandora. Good night to you, Pandora. We both returned to our personal rooms to pass over the night. Death? Question mark?
There's not even a motive yet.
I know.
Returning to my room, I had made myself comfortable and slipped into bed. I stared blankly at the dim ceiling, letting my mind wander aimlessly through the news that I learned today. But nothing really stuck. Words and conversations and thoughts flew by as I let my heavy eyes close. The one thought that pervaded the others was, what would be waiting for us tomorrow?
A corpse.
Oh my god. Before I knew it, I had fallen into a deep sleep.
Oh my god, it's the moon.
OMG, it's the moon. We had the same one. Day 3. Oh, what? We're already in day 3?
It's still...
I opened my eyes. Sorry. I just saw our notification. I forgot we made the title that way. I opened my eyes to the now familiar colors of the room. I looked at the clock on my bedside table. 7:28. I turned off the alarm before it rang and steadily got out of bed. Only 2 days had passed, yet I found myself beginning to acclimate to the sleep schedule. I splashed my face with cold water, the icy sting charging my nerves for a sharp awakening.
I wonder if anyone is in the dining hall for breakfast yet. The music sounds awesome.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I made my way to the dining hall, stopping in the foyer for a moment to gaze at the mysterious, electrifying doorway. Gets that. In the dining hall were a few early risers just starting.
Good morning.
Good morning, Echo. Please help yourself. I made some muffins with citrus today. Oh, she's alive.
You're alive.
Hopefully it'll energize you.
Nothing like a hearty, satisfying breakfast to start the day. Ooh, rolling with the same crew as last night. Except, I guess Ashley was switched in for Pandora.
My heart hurt when Art mentioned that. Pandora must have noticed and sat close to me.
I made lemon squares just for you. Ashley told me in passing you like lemon.
She did?
Ashley was still looking out for me.
Thanks, Pandora. Can you tell her thank you for me as well?
Of course.
We continued our leisurely breakfast as we all shook off the night's slumber. No one else came in during the length of our stay in the dining hall, however. A body. Okay.
It is now 9 a.m. Please assemble in the second floor atrium for a special announcement.
After the announcement ended, I mechanically started to get up from my seat when Art loudly kicked his feet up on the table.
No way! I don't know what emotion.
No! No! Is it?
No way!
Art leaned back in his chair and pouted.
We're not going to listen to your creepy announcements, you hear?
He waggled his finger aimlessly at the ceiling.
I wonder what happens if we refuse to assemble. Do we want to test this passive protest?
Why not? I'm curious as well.
Hey, isn't this dangerous?
I agree. It might be risky. The only risk so far has been from when Echo actively tried to escape. The past 48 hours have been nothing but casual to us. However, after a moment of silence, the painting above the fireplace switched to the announcement emblem.
It was the killing game announcer.
So welcome to day 3!
So it plays regardless.
We just can't decide who.
Anyway, I sat down and allowed the announcement to disrupt our morning. Are you all comfortable? Having a nice breakfast? Having fun sleeping in? That's great to hear! Today we'll be reviewing some general rules relative to our lovely killing game. They are as follow. Students will enjoy
You can read them.
Students will enjoy an idyllic lifestyle within the apothegum walls for a duration of 7 days.
Activity amenities are open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Breaking major assets, kitchen, refrigerator, theater lights, etc. is strictly prohibited.
At the end of 7 days, whoever survives is rewarded the ultimate prize.
To expedite the process towards the ultimate prize, one must kill a fellow student without getting caught. And to get the ball rolling each morning, a special music will be provided to exercise your mind. Today's forced motive question is: Are your talents a true representation of who you are? Who are you beyond your talent? Stew upon these brain-teasing inquiries as you all carry on with your communal lives. And whoever actually went to the atrium gets an additional special gift. Yeah, I know.
No one wants to go to the second floor just to hear an announcement.
That's what speakers are for, after all. So whoever followed the rules gets a little something something, if you know what I mean. Finally, if there are no developments by the day's end, there will be serious repercussions. You will all suffer the consequences and be executed as a group for failing to participate in the game. What? That's crazy! Check out your bracelets. They all contain a lethal dose of Complex 53. Just enough to knock you into the next life in less than a minute. What?
That's so dumb.
I know. I flipped my... Sorry, we were gonna do that. I flipped my bracelet over to see a small vial of clear liquid attached to a control chip.
Our bracelets had these things the whole time?
But that's just the last resort. I don't really want to use it unless you all really bore me. So come on, you all, make it happen! The bizarre announcement cut out and the painting returned to its original form.
So, the thing they're giving us to motivate murder is a question.
And threat of a clear liquid that is proclaimed to be a deadly toxic gas. As far as I know, such a chemical by the name Complex 53 doesn't exist.
Might just be water, like a prop or something. And it's released only at the end of the day if nothing happens? I don't know, it seems kinda weak.
I furrowed my brow. I recalled what Missy said yesterday, that the risk wasn't high enough to do something drastic. A question was hardly raising the bar, not to mention a small vial of liquid.
As for the other provided motive, as it were, I don't understand. Are you meant to discuss the question with each other?
Perhaps. Unless anyone has any skeletons in the closet, I believe it is only fair to share our thoughts on the subject. Huh? You're gonna... Get what?
Beer can.
Oh, okay. Are you sure? Okay. I sheepishly ducked my head, but Missy caught me. Echo, why don't you lead us in our discussion? You are the most qualified, since you sit in a rather gray area when it comes to ultimate talents. Which isn't to say you're not included, but I think you have the most neutral viewpoint that is appropriate for judgment. Sure, if you say so. If you don't want to, it's not necessary. It's alright. I have to admit, I'm pretty curious now. Well, let's see what everyone has to say. Alright, let's wait for this.
What?
Yeah,
Who's what?
who to ask first? We're gonna lead the question of, you know, like, what the motive question?
Let's talk with...
In order, or?
Oh, why not?
Oops. Alright, Art first.
Is being a pro golfer a true representation of who I am? I don't really get it. I mean, I think it is. I haven't really expanded my interests outside what I know, which is golf, so I can't say anything else to encompasses who I am. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. If you tried something new now, I think it might be disorienting to fail at said activity since you're not ultra skilled in it.
Oh, yeah, that does make sense. Well, ultimate golfer or not? Yeah, I like playing golf. I think I got so good at the sport because I knew I liked it all this time and stuck around with it. Never really thought of the other stuff.
Yeah, there we go.
I guess it's a simple sentiment. Thanks, Echo.
So, Cyrus,
Yes.
What does being called the ultimate charisma entail?
Why, it's the mystifying ability to draw people towards me with little to no effort. Oh, so I've been told. Some might equate the word charisma with charm, and in turn think that charisma has to do with good looks, beautiful voice, overwhelming wealth.
Oh, we're flowing. Not overwhelming, though.
Etc. However, I think charisma actually lies in simply in having a kind soul. People are swayed by those with a kind soul, be it they have good intentions to follow through anyway. People are swayed by those with a kind soul, be it they have good intentions to follow through on or bad intentions to take advantage of.
I found myself absorbed in Cyrus' statement.
I might even say you're rather charismatic yourself, Echo.
Oh, I don't know if I would go that far.
Nonsense. I welcome your presence. It's common.
Ouch. Okay. I felt a little embarrassed after being given such kind praise from the once so-called ultimate charisma himself.
Palindrome.
Palindrome, yeah. So with that in mind, how would you describe your personality and talent?
Not sure. It's always difficult to talk about yourself. Although I suppose I do like going with the flow. I guess a word could be cooperative?
Missy!
A political tactician, huh?
It's not glamorous. I'm often tasked with knowing the burdens and misdeeds of many people in power. It's somewhat a curse to be able to lie my way out of a sticky situation.
How do you feel about being called the ultimate tactician, though?
I don't mind. It is what it is. It is the strength I've been blessed with, and I would be misspoken if I said I took an interest in other things. I've always known my personality to be that of someone who informs. And if I can give a purpose-driven voice power to speak up for what's right, then the ensuing battle, be it a difficult one, will produce satisfying results. I believe at the end of it, if intense debate occurs, there's often an intense emotion behind it.
Yeah, I'm sure you're seeing your first share of selfishness and greed, though.
Circumventing those intentions can be trying, but you just need to take the good with the bad.
I see, self-assured as always.
Amazing.
Who am I beyond my talent? Honestly, I wouldn't be anything without baking. Even in another life, I think I would always find my way back to baking. It's just in my soul. I think at the core of it, such an activity represents all that I care for in life. The simplicity in sharing good food with friends. To make something infused with love, and to bring that joy to others, it's quite a special feeling, is it not?
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Listen to me, being so sentimental.
You really love baking, huh?
Oh, it's everything.
Everyone said similar things. That their talents run alongside their personalities. You couldn't have one without the other.
What an odd motive. I would imagine talking about this kind of thing among peers would only reinforce relations. If our captors are trying to plant distrust, I'm afraid I don't quite understand the logic.
I thought about the tensions of the question, but all I could think was that it might be to weed out spies. Which involuntarily led me to suspect the person I would least suspect.
Is something the matter, Echo?
Nothing. I averted my gaze from Pandora. She had some kind of secret note that bore the strange emblems of our mansion announcers. What could it mean?
If I may be so bold, I firmly believe from our discussion that our ultimate talents are truly one and the same with our personality and characteristics. I'm inclined to agree.
I guess it's cool we got to know each other a little more, though. It seems like a friendly enough topic.
Indeed. Our talents and skills born from a passion within, and you simply cannot remove that aspect of a person without losing a part of them. Peculiar motivator, that one.
With our thoughts on the forced motive question cleared, our group was able to finish the morning in peace. Interesting. What an odd motive.
Weird motive.
But the freaking threat, what the heck is it? The Breakfast Club and the Breakfast Club wrapped up, and with no other announcements to interrupt us, the afternoon was completely available for our individual activities. I didn't have anything in particular planned today, so I idled in the foyer before deciding what to do next. Christ.
I read died.
Died?
Hey, Echo.
That familiar voice erupted from behind me. What's up, Art?
This might be weird. This might be weird to ask, but do you mind if I hang out with you today?
Oh.
I'm kind of curious about the other students' talent stories, but I didn't want to go running around the mansion alone.
Why didn't you ask one of the others from breakfast?
Huh? Oh, 'cause you're cool.
What?
I mean, you're easy to talk to. I thought about asking Missy, but Missy's kind of imposing, honestly. You know, I feel like I have to walk all nice, like if I'm balancing books. Like I'm balancing books on my head or something.
I don't think she's strict on how others walk or anything like that. That aside, she stuck around with you on the first day, didn't she?
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, I'm asking you now since I'm here. Besides, I can't find Lyle. I want to get another strategy meeting started today and maybe even help him with solving some stuff, but...
So I was the second choice. Somehow he seemed disappointed. Sure, I'll tag along, sorry. Sure, I'll tag along. I didn't really have anything planned today anyway. I trailed off, thinking about Ashley.
We can probably cut down on one of the right here. Since you and Ashley are best friends, do you know anything about her talent?
Ack. Honestly, I can't say that I do. This is the first time I even heard about such a thing as, like, ultimate talents. All I knew was that she lived out in the countryside with her father on a ranch, Westbridge Stables. I didn't think all her time around horses amounted to something as intense as being an ultimate jock.
Huh. Maybe she just likes to be modest? I mean, just because she has high win rates doesn't mean she avoids taking care of the horses. It's kinda like she works hard and plays hard. Does that make sense?
I couldn't really make heads or tails of it. I didn't really want to be thinking about Ashley at the moment anyway. It's too overwhelming. I sighed. Yeah, I suppose that could be it.
Alright, that's one down. Let's get going.
It seems I got roped into exploring the other students' opinions on the forced motive question with Art. Not that I was opposed to the idea of learning about the others. There were a handful of people we haven't heard from.
Sorry, what's the point of this?
Alright. Alright, let's talk to Say first. Let's try to find Say. Arch and I saw Say in the kitchen, poking at the digital screen.
I haven't eaten since yesterday.
Say, what's the matter?
Oh, it's no use. I don't know how to use the screen thing. It doesn't register my taps.
Huh? You need to tap your bracelet to the screen first, then you can choose a meal.
What?
She raised her right arm and scanned her bracelet to the screen, activating this display.
This is embarrassing. I'm not right-handed, so I didn't think about it.
Glad I could help.
Say poked at the digital screen, ordering a rice porridge with pickled vegetables.
Hey, eat up, Say. Echo, let's get something too, so she doesn't have to eat alone.
Art, Say, and I shared a small meal together. After we finished, Say quietly sat in the dining hall and fiddled with her rings. She then let out a big, exasperated sigh.
It's really no use.
Oh, what's wrong?
I can't get used to anything around here. It may be because I'm kind of forgetful, but I went so long without eating because I couldn't figure out the menu thing.
You shouldn't go so long without eating. If you need help with anything, you can always ask one of your friends here.
Friend?
Was that too forward?
It's just, I don't talk to you all as much, so I didn't believe you thought of me as a friend.
Aw, don't say that. There's no reason we wouldn't call you a friend, right?
You wouldn't.
There's no reason we wouldn't call you a friend, right?
She stopped there, but I saw a small smile turn the corner of her lips.
So, right down to business.
Business?
We came by to see you and to ask you about the question thing.
The question thing? You mean the forced motive question?
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, a group of us were talking about it in the dining hall over breakfast, and we were wondering if you had any thoughts about it.
I don't know. It seems straightforward. I'm a detail-oriented person, and watches are full of little mechanisms. Although, I guess can get lost in those details and miss the big picture, like just now. But then again, after all the gear design differences under the face of the watch, the outcome is still fixed. A timepiece, right? Yeah, I don't really understand what the question is supposed to be all about. Sorry.
No worries. We don't know either, so we were just going around getting everyone's opinion.
Oh, I see. Well, good luck figuring it out then.
Say climbs up quickly and Say climbs up and quickly scuttles off before we could say anything else.
Bye. She's kind of antsy, huh?
Just kidding. Ford is probably where I think he is. Always here, huh?
Art and Echo. What brings you here?
Art here was curious about your opinion on the forced motive question.
Yeah, why opera? Isn't it boring?
Art, full of tact, I see.
It's quite the opposite of boring. Performances are very rich and can shake the viewer to their core. Opera is a wonderful art that combines raw vocal emotion with the physical beauty of expressing the self with your very being. Oh. Wanna hit us with some bars?
Ford's operatic voice. To say I was a little curious would be an understatement.
Oh no, I couldn't perform under these conditions.
What conditions?
Why, the conditions of the heart, of course.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can we ask why that is?
Well, you see, I haven't been able to properly express myself since a tragedy struck in my hometown. We lost a friend in our community. Sir Hyde, one of our most loyal friends. One of his favorite pastimes included long walks in the park, with the wind gently pushing through his ears.
Oh wait, is he talking about what I think you're
You lost your dog?
Art!
Yes. I'm still rather.
Oh wait, I just got. Okay, I see. That's all. Oh, sorry. I got so used.
Still rather fragile about it. I'm sorry. That sucks, man. See, Davido.
I don't know. Honey. I suppose it's different experiencing tragedy than performing it.
Ah, precisely. I've been troubled since.
Huh? Did he say that? I didn't see that for some reason.
Did you see
my brain blanked out that part for some reason. Anyway.
What kind of dog was he? A German Shepherd of 13 years. Aw, I'm sure he gave him a great life. With lots of music. A great full life. With lots of music, of course.
Fourth's lip turned a small grin.
Indeed. Dog is man's best friend, are they not?
Sorry. I keep clicking it accidentally anyway.
It would have been unseemly of me to treat him not unlike my own family. He had such a charm and wit, howling along with my practice. Why, I dare say, he prevented me from practicing, times more often than not. Still Hyde loved the commander, of all with his gaiety. Gaiety?
I don't know. Gaiety guide. Wait, what? Sorry, I couldn't help but smirk at the idea of his dog on the theater stage. It was a sweet thought.
Yeah, just remember those good old times with Mr. Hyde.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Indeed I shall. Thank you, Art.
After that small chat, Art and I thanked Fort for his time and paused near the theater to exit to collect our thoughts.
I bet his dog was really fun to play with. Anyway, what did we learn? I don't think we got an answer to the question as much as we did a description of what opera is.
I think we did. Fort's kind of a dramatic guy, sure, but I think he is very in tune with his emotions. Just like opera. Satisfied with the answer, Art nodded in understanding. And despite him jumping straight to Fort's worries, Art seems to have helped Fort recall his fondness of his late friend. Aw, how sweet. Anyway.
Get the location unknown over with.
Okay. I wonder.
What's the point?
Art and I looked around for Lyle, but he remained as elusive as ever.
What the heck? Where is Lyle?
No, I'm certain we would have run into him by now.
If we run around some more, we're bound to find him sooner or later. Yeah, right. It's not like there's a lot of places to go to.
Oh, maybe he's in his room.
Yeah, that's the only option.
Yeah.
Canon can't avoid us forever.
Cannon was in the atrium, photographing some of the greenery in the center of the ground. Arch and I hid away behind some bushes, walking quietly.
Hey, I know you two are there. Be quiet until I'm done.
We watched in silence as she snapped various photos of the plants.
Out with it. What do you want?
Oops. Okay.
Echo was curious about your talents in relation to the forced motive question.
Way to throw me under the bus.
Yeah. Just wanted to hear your thoughts.
There's not much to say. I know who I am. I'm a photographer. A behind-the-scenes kind of person who brings others' visions to life and captures them for eternity.
Was this rehearsed or what?
No, I just know who I am. With a certainty.
Just as Cannon was about to make a dramatic exit on that lingering note, Pandora caught her on the way out.
Oh, Cannon, just the person I wanted to see. And is this about the motive question as well? Indeed. Rookin figure is an interesting subject. Would you mind if I asked what draws you to it? Yes, I do mind. It's niche and I don't want to waste my breath explaining these nuances to people who wouldn't understand. No activity is so niche that it's acted upon without love, you know? Whatever, leave me alone. Did I offend you? No. Just, why are you all bombarding me with questions? We're not close. This is how we get close. We make small talk and learn about each other. It's all in good spirit. Well, I really wish you wouldn't bother.
The canon ends the conversation for us again and disappears from the answering.
Oh well, I guess that's that. Sorry you had to walk in on that door.
It's fine. Perhaps it was my place to ask. I shouldn't pry, right?
Well, you didn't do anything wrong. Canon's just kinda snippy. That's putting it lightly.
Kindly.
How lightly?
Kindly.
Like, no, it's lightly.
No, it's just like...
Kindly.
Thank you, Art. Echo. Excuse me. I just remembered something. I'll see you two around?
Oh, sure thing. We'll see you later. Later.
Later.
We'll see you later. Later.
Jesus Christ.
Yellow.
After running around all day, Art and I managed to catch Lyle as he was about to enter his room on the other side of the living quarters hall.
Yo, Lyle! Oh, I forgot your voice.
I think maybe Kokichi, just kidding.
No. I didn't
He does
use
remind
Kokichi.
me.
He does remind, but I didn't use it's like, anyway.
Anyways,
Hey there, what's the good word?
you're awfully casual for being so difficult to find.
Yeah, we finally caught you. Huh?
You've been running around this whole building solving puzzles. And we've been running around this whole building looking for you.
Oh, I'm in hot demand. Is that right?
Anyways,
Yeah, we wanted to hear your thoughts on the motive question.
we thought it might improve relations, getting to know each other better and all.
Ah, that. Forced motive question. It's not a very strong motivator, is it? What if I don't want to talk about it?
I suppose you don't have to.
Yeah, but we're friends. We should share stuff like this. And friends should know when to let up on the pressure. Oh, sorry, Lyle.
Art looked down dejectedly. I'm sure Art didn't mean to press you so hard.
It's fine. I've just known puzzles all my life, you know? Puzzle solving is more of a introverted task, if you will. They're generally seen as activities simply for passing the time, leaving crossroads, etc. I don't really like thinking about who I am beyond my talents is all. I'm afraid I'm too boring without puzzles. You're not boring. You're plenty cool. I mean, look around. You've got all sorts of friends here who think you're amazing for charging right towards solving the electric door. Right, Echo?
Amazing was one way to put it. Yeah, Lyle, don't beat yourself up. You have a gift.
Thanks, too. But hey, while we're on the topic, listen to this. I tinkered with the door and I managed to figure something out.
What? Sorry.
Interesting.
Lyle, oh my god, Tinker is good. Lyle had our attention as he led the way to the foyer. Christ. I'm so confused. What am I Wow, anyways.
I'm sure it's like both,
Like certain
it's like
voices.
British and American.
Anyways.
Here we are. Give the door a try. What?
No way. Does that mean we don't have to stay here anymore?
Well, that's the catch. Go ahead.
I gave Lyle a nervous look before reaching slowly for the door handle.
I gently opened the door.
Oh god. Why? Bracing myself, I quickly gripped the handle and nothing happened. I was fine.
Wow! Lyle, you did it!
I gave the doors a push, but they wouldn't budge.
Oh, what now?
What the? Is there a barricade or something?
I don't think so. That, or it's just hard locked. So I managed to disable the electric door, but the physical barrier is an issue now. I admit I'm relieved that there's more layers to this task.
So what do you mean?
It would have been too boring if I had to just disarm a door.
And concerned with the discovery, Lyles were satisfied with having more puzzles to solve than he was with removing a trap from the dangerous door.
Here's something else that's interesting, though. Might be important since it's about this weird killing game twist. After that 9 a.m. morning announcement, I saw Say sneak downstairs from the direction of the atrium. Do you think she actually went to listen to that announcement? I can't think of anything else. And stranger was after she came down, she went to the dining hall for a minute, but quickly left. I looked around in there and saw this in the pantry. Whoa, secret note. So is that the so-called special gift? Yeah, I can only assume.
I was confused. How could it have been a special gift from this morning if Pandora shared the note with me in confidentiality last night? I decided to keep quiet about it. I didn't want to confuse things further.
I studied it a little, and the symbols don't match any symbols of the students that are currently here. I cross-referenced the note symbols with the ones on our personal room doors and got nothing. That is, if the note symbols even belong to the students.
I remember Missy saying something about other students.
Oh?
She told me that the preservation project divides ultimate student groups across different wings of the building. Maybe those are students from a different wing.
So what should we do if we what would we do if we did know those students? It's not like we've seen them in our part of the building yet. Who knows? Could it be morphogenic field theory?
Lyle muttered something under his breath.
Oh.
Morpho what?
It makes me wonder, though, are we meant to be recognizing other students? For example, I believe I recall Ashley and Echo being friends before this. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. I thought it was just me, though.
Right. See, for me, I recognize Art's school emblem, AA Academy, right? Huh? Yeah. How did you know? I went to Rainmoth Institute. I remember seeing your school symbol when our schools merged. My school used to be called Signal Prep High School before the merger. I thought you were so cool representing a whole school to influence a merger. That's kind of embarrassing. It was such a long time ago, I hardly remember it. Why not? It's amazing that you use your golf skills to make things happen. Our school has never been in better shape, thanks to your help. Ah, thanks. But people complain that my games aren't interesting enough since I always get the same result. A hole-in-one. They always say games should be entertaining. They should just play golf themselves, you know? Besides, Lyle, you're the cool one. I mean, you use, like, your deduction or whatever to figure out how to disarm a dangerous door. That's more utility than I could have ever imagined. It's nothing. The door doesn't even open anyway. It's still awesome, though. I feel like you could even figure out what the deal is with the killing game announcement stuff. Oh, yes. That's the end goal. I'm just working my way through all these small pieces they've given me.
The two talked energetically as I awkwardly watched.
Oh, sorry, Echo. You were just over here talking your ears off, huh?
That's alright. I'll take my leave now, if you guys want to continue.
Sure. It was fun hanging out with you. Let me know if you come across anything else weird, alright?
Art and Lyle left, chattering along the way. It really clicked, huh? Despite Art's lack of sensitivity. I turned around and glanced over at the digital kiosk in the foyer, looking for the time. 15 o'clock. It's already 3 in the afternoon. Nothing regarding the killing game has happened all day. I guess I should be relieved. I really wanted to find Ashley, but it seemed like she was trying her best to put distance between us. I suppose I'll just pass time in the study. I made my way to the study and skimmed the collection of encyclopedias. An interesting titled book, Odd Theme Parks Across the World, caught my attention. With the tome in hand, I settled in warmly lit study and began to leaf through the pages. I passed the time reading about a strange underwater theme park called Limu. Just kidding. I looked up from the book's pages and toward the ringing sound coming from the ceiling.
It is now 4 p.m.
Wait, what? And
no
no one has died yet? Ah, how boring. Here's something that'll pump up your blood to shed some blood. Some inspiring, exciting, and energizing music.
Sorry. Anyway.
Music? This one's a special request from many of you at home. Enjoy! No, not this thing. Frick you. Anyways, the announcement finished and a cacophony of obnoxious noise started playing overhead. Not the trauma! No! It's gonna... what kind of music is this? I dropped the book to cover my ears, but it was pointless. The reverberation pierced through my skull and pounded through the walls. What the hell? Scouring the room, I looked for the speaker, hoping to block the noise, but my efforts were futile. Jesus! I ran out of the study, but the din kept crashing through my head, amplified worse from bouncing off the hallway walls. Where is everyone? I hate this frickin' music. I instinctively went to the foyer, but it was I'm like doing both.
Oh, sorry.
The door was disarmed, but it was still barricaded.
What can I do?
I hate this music. The noise was more severe in the foyer as it crashed on the walls and echoed through the main chamber. My head was pounding. I could feel the vibrations in my body and my heart beating in my ears. Turning away from the main doors, I saw shadowy movement at the top of the stairs.
Hey!
A shadow disappeared. I mustered out a cry for attention, but it was drowned out by the noise. Speeding up the stairs, the shadow was nowhere to be seen.
Shoot! Where did they go?
I peeked through the glass doors of the closest room, the spa lounge, and spotted Pandora reclined in one of the lounge chairs.
Ah, finally! Someone to help me with this horrible situation.
I threw the door wide open and rushed in. The music persisted as echoes of its beat flooded into the circular chamber.
Pandora, what's going on? I can't find anybody.
No reaction. Oh no, no!
Pandora?
I closed the distance. Frick you. I closed the distance between us and gently laid my hand on her shoulder. My breath escaped me once more as slowly came to...
As I slowly came to...
What is it? Water!
Oh.
No! Not her! What?
I told you.
It's the French
The
frickin'
French.
title. Why did you make it like it obvious? No! I liked doing her voice anyway. Oh well.
Goodbye, Pandora.
Goodbye, Pandora.
Ah!
There is no response from her. Pandora was dead. How did this happen?
What happened to her?
I know. Well. Jean Rousseau. Of course it's her. Why? Why? And then auto played at such a bad time. I guess I must have accidentally turned this on. I darted out of the spa lounge, my eyes tearing through the hall as I screamed at the top of my lungs for help from anyone.
Help!
2 people swept in at the sound of my voice.
What is it?
Stop making so much noise. The music is making enough of a racket.
It's Pandora. She's... Where is she?
We raced back the cries. We raced back to the spa lounge. Cyrus and Cannon's eyes were bound immediately toward the horrific sight. Cannon gasped sharply and flinched, nearly toppling over backwards from the recoil. Cyrus' expression hardened. A quiet anger emanated from him, yet almost palpable in the air. I myself was completely drained. All I could do was stare in the cold silence. Finally, the music ceased and a new announcement began. Oh, there's 3 of them. Wow, what a coincidence. At last, a body has been discovered in the spa lounge. You will be granted a period of investigation and then we will begin our class trial. Please accept this generous gift. What? Please accept this generous gift of a special resort called the Monokuma File. OMG, it's still called the Monokuma. It will be printed from the digital kiosk and it outlines the details of our poor lost friend. Your lives depend on solving this case, so get a crack on. The announcement cut out. Why is it still the Monokuma? Oh, that's interesting. Anyways, the Monokuma, sorry, the announcement cut out, allowing stiff apprehension to suffocate the scene.
Investigation? You want us to investigate Pandora's dead body? And how dare that announcement call her a poor lost friend? It's their fault for forcing this game on us! Echo, please calm yourself. It appears we are being given an opportunity to right this wrong. It may be difficult to swallow, but this didn't just happen out of nowhere. Someone did this. Culprit.
Huh? A culprit?
It's only appropriate. The culprit we are seeking is the killer. Oh.
The culprit we are seeking is the killer is responsible for.
The culprit we are seeking, the killer, is responsible for Pandora's death.
His voice was firm, but I could see his clenching. I could see him clenching his jaw and his eyebrows furrowed as he looked back at the body. Cannon, however, stood unmoving. She neither moved nor spoke since I saw her flinch at the first sight. It's like she froze.
Right.
The door flew open suddenly and I heard everyone clamoring at the spa lounge entryway. Immediately, Say shrieked and immediately fainted.
Say!
The rest of the students made their way in, fright painting everyone's faces as they each caught sight of the spa's terrible centerpiece. Unbelievable!
That announcement was made in jest. Here's I have made a fool for hope. I've been made a fool for hoping. Oh. This is too much.
Why, Pandora? Why? Everyone seemed at a loss, with good reason for sure. The announcement said we were given a period of investigation, but they couldn't help but think it was such a detached request. Investigate the murder of our friend? Where would we even begin? Missy's commanding voice broke the silence. So, we've been instructed to investigate such a thing. The Monokuma file should tell all about the means of her death.
But how do we even start? Does anyone know the first thing about investigating a body?
No one spoke up, but Missy pressed on. All we can do is investigate to the best of our ability. If there's even a small trifling matter that plays into this, keep it in mind. We need to put our best foot forward in an investigation if we are to find this heartless culprit. I have a bad feeling that the class trial may be an unforgiving scene.
Tragedy. Dreadful, more so that we must be the ones to discover the culprit among us. Among us.
Everyone was visibly stressed. We all stood some feet away from the body, afraid of approaching the reality of our situation. The air was thick with tension, but Ashley cut through. Missy's right. We need to get to the bottom of this.
Someone killed our friend for some awful reason, if not for the ultimate prize. Murder is murder. Someone dies in another's hand and that life is taken away. One lives and one dies. There's no gray area about it. Ashley's eyes were fiery with intent. Someone here. She trailed off, but we could fill in the blanks on our own. She didn't dare to utter the idea that someone standing within her ranks did this. She marched over and gently laid a hand on Pandora's, sharing a moment of silence with her. For her, sorry. The rest of the group was unnerved, but silently agreed. Aww. Anyways, Missy and Ashley were stern, but they were right. I was shocked at the sight of Pandora's body, but I mostly felt sad. She looked peaceful, suspended in a newfound endless slumber. The longer I looked at Pandora, the more the suffocating melancholy in my heart grew. My heart ached to hear her voice again, to see her smile. She had so much life, and it was dashed away in an instant. I clung to whatever memories I had of her. I couldn't let her warmth, her love, her hope go unforgotten. Someone killed her, and we needed to find out who. Not only for our peace of mind, but for Pandora's sake.
How did she die?
Huh?
How did she die?
It looks like strangulation from just the body. And there's something in the pool as well. Let's see if I'm right about that. Despite my fervor, I was still anxious about investigating a body. It was only natural. Just this morning, Pandora was so animated, sharing her breakfast pastries and getting along with everyone. But now all signs of life were erased, leaving a cold semblance of a person. I tried to work through the nerves by asking the others their thoughts on the situation. That is, if anyone had anything to say. Oh shoot! Oh. The Monokuma file sheds some light on Pandora's death. It looks like a considerable amount has been conveniently omitted. Or rather, the entire file has been paraphrased for the purpose of vagueness.
Can I take a look?
Missy handed me a black postcard-sized sheet. Postcard-sized sheet, sorry. Yep, I was right. Anyways. Victim, Pandora Espere. Cause of death, victim suffered from strangulation. No further injuries detected. Wow, that is how cruel. Why strangulation of all things? Just stabbed her, you know? Just kidding.
Who've drowned her?
Oh god, that's worse. Actually, yeah, why didn't they just drown her in the pool instead of like, they're basically the same thing. You lose their air. I mean, you omit them of air, question mark? Is that how you word it? Anyways, but is that all the information we have? Unfortunately. However, we have yet to inspect the scene itself. I trust none of the first witnesses shifted anything around upon arrival?
No, I didn't touch anything. I saw her body, ran out, and yelled for help, which called Cyrus and Cannon. Neither of them approached her.
Well, there's not much else we can do. I swallowed hard. I still wasn't ready to confront the body, but I sealed myself regardless. Something deep in my heart told me I needed to do this. Echo, I know what you're thinking. It's hard, but we need to face her. Huh?
Just to do a long time.
Yeah. Should I continue? Huh?
Just tell me what you did.
Okay. It's Pandora's body. Yep, that's it. It's Pandora's body? Holy crap!
I know what happened.
Huh?
I
You know exactly what happened? Oh my god. Oh my god, you're a genius. That tells a lot. I was kidding.
Who are you accusing?
It's Pandora, just kidding. Pandora strangled herself. I was kidding.
You wanna accuse anybody before you investigate?
Let's see right quick. In the roster. How's that? She's gone. Anyways, let's see. I will accuse. I can't see it being anyone.
Can't see it being anyone either.
Her. I don't know why she would do it, but you know. Oh, see, look, she dislikes being rushed, so she killed. But the thing is, it was strangulation. So like, this game.
It was forks.
It was it's not him. I know he's gonna stay alive.
How do you?
Because I got spoiled. Just kidding. But I'm not really spoiled. But I just gave you a spoiler. You know? But I don't know how long he survives. But I don't know if he survives or not. I don't know. I just know he lives long enough past this. So it's not him. I'm pretty sure. I hope so. Anyways, so oh, they have their school here too. Oh, she's homeschooled. I love the horse. I love the horse. I mean, I love the art of the horse. Anyways, I'm just gonna Pandora's bracelet, formerly a rose gold color like my own, was now a vibrant neon pink. I guess it meant she's gone. As difficult as it is, we have to search the body and scene for clues. Anyways. We have to search the body and scene for clues. Nevertheless, Missy was having a hard time looking directly at Pandora's body. I love Missy. Anyways, do you notice anything odd? I briefly looked at Pandora's neck. Her neck seems to be in a pretty bad shape. It looks red from some kind of stress. But other than that, I can't really figure anything else out. The victim report. According to the Monokuma file, the cause of death states she suffered strangulation. Let's think about it. If she was strangled, with what did the culprit strangle her with? Good question. Do you think the culprit went to the climbing center and used a rope? Oh. Or perhaps they cruelly used their own bare hands. I shuddered at the thought. The fact that we had to think of how the culprit committed such a thing was unnerving. Scrap of paper? There's a small scrap of paper in the pool. Oh no. I don't know how to voice his characters. What's that? Not sure. I carefully fished out the scrap of paper, taking care not to tear it. It's the thingy. It was soaked, causing the words to be completely illegible. It's impossible to read. Yeah, it's ruined. It almost fell apart in my hands. Oh, surprise. Okay, wait. A note, perhaps? However, the writing is impossible to decipher at this point. But how could this refuse be remotely related to the case at hand? Dunno. It seems kind of out of place, though. Remember, the announcement from this morning said there was a special gift for whoever went to the atrium. That is correct. Is it possible that this note was this supposed special gift? I can't say. However, I noticed the larger ink blots were vaguely in the shape of something I had seen before. I left the shreds of paper on the side of the pool. Is there anything else in? I guess not. Alright, let's discuss. Ooh, whoa, cool. We just look at those parts of it. I love this, what the heck. Well, the only thing left to do is discuss. So I'm gonna wait for a bit so we can choose together who we wanted to talk to. I love all their sprites. Let's go. I forgot there are only 10 people here. Well, 9 now because Pandora is dead. But, you know, take your time. Okay. Here, Val. Okay, one moment. I'm just gonna wait for a while. Okay, so we found the scrap of the thing that was in the was a scrap paper, a piece of paper, a scrap paper. I don't know, but it's you can kind of tell it's the paper that Pandora showed us, and like supposedly the special gift from the announcement. Anyway, that's all. And they were also questioning what could have strangled her. Like, did they take a rope from the climbing place? Did they use their bare hands or something? Yeah, and now we can discuss with them. Who do you want to talk to first?
I don't think so. They do be thinking.
They all do be thinking.
Let's just go in order.
Alright, Art first.
I think I'm going to be sick.
I rubbed his back as he took deep breaths. Hey, it'll be okay. Oh, sorry. Art could barely eke out a word in his state.
Oh, it's useful.
Oh, yep, that was very useful. Well, this should be the other real quick. Alright. Just in case. Right after the chapter 1 finishes. Anyways.
Echo. It's selfish, but after I heard the announcement, I was relieved to see you standing in the room. That said, Pandora didn't deserve this.
No one deserves it.
I just hope she didn't suffer. With strangulation? I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Ashley fell silent and stared at our lost friend. I had never seen Ashley so distraught.
These are very informative.
Yep. Well, to be fair, I guess we need to find
This
the
is
two persons who are important.
This is distressing, to say the least. Echo, were you the first one here?
Yeah. I didn't catch anyone on my way here, though, so I can't say I saw anyone suspicious who could have done this. You came pretty quickly after I shouted. Did you happen to see anyone?
I'd say that I did. I was in the climate center right next door, too.
Was Cannon with you? She came at about the same time as you, if I recall correct.
No, I was by myself. While I was in the climbing center, I left the door open if anyone wanted to join in recreation. No one came by the center, and I didn't leave until I heard your voice. I ran into Cannon shortly thereafter in the hallway just in front of the spa lounge.
Weird. I didn't run into anyone on the first floor either. So whoever did it must have just vanished?
That's unlikely. Regardless, how did the culprit give us to sleep?
Cyrus was grumbling to himself as he tried to organize the events past. How interesting. Let me get that for you. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Uh-huh. Alright, cool. Alright, what? I mean, sorry, this is a very serious situation.
Is it really possible that the music provoked murder?
Can't have been, it's strangulation, isn't it?
Yeah, it's strangulation, and as soon as we heard it, we went upstairs.
Yeah. I can't wrap my head around music being used to motivate something so extreme.
I agree. I cannot condone the vilifying of music. Vilifying? It is proven that music has therapeutic qualities, but conversely, select sounds have the ability to cause anxiety and other addictive effects.
In that case, maybe the motivating music was meant to make us stop thinking clearly? I definitely felt startled when it began.
Perhaps. The rhythm of the music can affect your body. Given our experience with the motivating music, it is high-paced and likely used to cause, as the announcer said, blood-pumping excitement. I suppose those qualities could have been abused to activate a flight or fight response that would inevitably end up like this.
Is that so?
Wretched music was certainly irritating. But for someone to succumb and produce such an intense reaction, to what end?
Was the music really that motivating? Hopefully it's using might even do some negative effects. Don't talk to me. Cannon spoke through tightly gritted teeth. She looked disturbed. Oh man. Cannon was in no mood to talk. Oh, why not? Okay, fine. Lyle, what are you thinking?
If I'm being honest, I don't know. There's not a lot on the scene to dissect. The only thing that caught my eye was that shred of paper in the spot pool, but it's completely ruined.
I expected a bit more keen observations from him, but even Lyle was either stumped or too shocked to speak on the matter. Lyle didn't have much to share. He only mentioned the shred of paper in the spa pool. He's the only one smiling. Lyle, what the frick? Alright.
Everybody's sleeping.
I know, right? Sorry. I admit, this is nothing if not shocking to see. The words were unwavering, but Missy's voice was cracked and disjointed.
Yeah. I can't believe it actually happened.
It's inconceivable, and to Pandora nonetheless. She held together quite strongly. I'm certain her spirit would not have been crushed by a game constructed of fear. Alas, there's no use thinking in hopeful hypotheticals now that this has occurred.
Yeah.
I'm shaken at how articulate, even on the subject of death, Missy remained. James must have considered Pandora took a strong pill. So. Say fainted as soon as she entered the spa lounge. She still fainted? Fort was kind enough to situate her in a spare chair off to the side to regain her strength.
Okay, let's talk to Pandora.
That's it. Hey Pandora, you want to talk about something?
Yeah, like, who killed you?
Alright, I think that's it. Hey Pandora, who killed you?
Yeah, hey Pandora, who killed you?
After investigating...
I thought we were leaving the room.
I know, right? After investigating Pandora's body, I felt an exhaustion like none other. Never in my life did I think I would be experiencing something like this. The weight of the shock and melancholy of it all bore heavy on my shoulders.
Is there nothing else we can do? I wonder. Did anyone see anything else suspicious on their way over here?
We saw a shadow, right? We all looked at one another, but no one replied. Everyone was understandably on edge. Of course, no one wanted to talk.
It appears we've exhausted all avenues of investigation here. Such a lackluster amount of clues doesn't bode us well.
Bode well for us.
Bode well for us. I can read.
No, you can't. Yes, but if we've done all we can looking into the scene, there's nothing left but to discover Pandora's killer. Of course, that's easier said than done. I heard Cannon grumbling in the corner. She seemed distressed. Alright, I think I've given you all enough I think I've given you enough what? I think I've given you all enough leeway to get yourselves together. So, it's time for the class trial. I hope you have enough ammunition
I hope you have enough
ammunition to shoot down the culprit. If not, then I guess you're all out of luck. There's an elevator investigator. Sorry, there is an elevator in the main foyer that will cruise you all down to the special class trial courtroom. If you do not assemble in the elevator quickly, I'll send out a radio transmission that will release the toxic gas in your bracelets. You want to find out who did it, right? You don't want your lives to end before you've even had a chance to defend yourselves, right? All that and more will be available for your group in the courtroom. Ow, let's get a move on. I'll be seeing you shortly. I can't believe it.
Maybe once you actually see the mask.
Yeah.
I'll give them a
I hope it's not actually Monaco this whole time. Anyway.
We've none of us are doing a Monaco voice.
The announcement went down as quickly as it came. So this is really happening. The group shifted out around anxiously. Well, what are we waiting for? Ashley took the first strides out of the room, not without giving Pandora one last somber look from the doorway. Ford gently eased to stay awake, turning her gaze from the unsightly scene and helping her as she hobbled out. One by one, the others filtered out of the spa lounge. I stood back for a moment to take one last look at Pandora.
She do be dead though.
Oh, we're going away. We all stepped into the large elevator and began the dark descent into the supposed courtroom. The elevator sailed noiselessly toward our unknown destination for what felt like an eternity. Silently, we stood. No one dared speak. I had a lump in my throat from the anxiety, the fear, the sadness. My stomach was knotted, my head dizzy, My heart aching. The spa lounge we were meant to investigate came short of any clues. We were only able to procure 2 traces of evidence, one fact of which was already stated simply in the victim report. Oh, and the other was secret notes that only few were aware of. Nervous was an understatement. I was at a complete loss. The heck, there's so few evidences. What do we have to rely on?
You're like missing an entire investigation.
I know, right? The elevator eventually slid to a standstill, shaking me from my thoughts.
They didn't even have an elevator.
Oh shoot! I know, right? How the heck? Oh shoot! Wow.
Someone. Oh.
Someone.
I was gonna say someone for the dead.
Of course someone saw it. The door's open to reveal our rendezvous point.
I thought it would be here. I thought this was the host.
The spacious dome-shaped room was topped with a glass ceiling, a third of the foundation revealing the sunset sky outside their confines. The walls themselves were barren and simple, a matte navy blue with a rim light illuminating the room. Hanging on the wall across the way was a grim picture frame representing Pandora. Her profile had been crudely stricken with a violent pink X. The picture frame was positioned so that it was looking almost hauntingly over a circular group of podiums. It was a bleak place. To think there was a dedicated location for whatever was about to occur. Just where were we? Welcome, one and all, to the trial grounds. The stands before you will be the key locale for today's trial. So let's see some hustle, people! The announcement was much more imposing in the courtroom, echoing through the dome chamber, each reverberation almost pushing us into place. We steadily settled in and stood in silence. At the stands, we were placed in a circular fashion. Our faces, our fears, and our emotions were exposed to one another. The atmosphere, thick with anxiety, was palpable and crushing. I could feel my heavy heart pounding in my head. My palms were sweaty, mom's spaghetti, yet I could feel a dreadful, eerie chill go up my spine. I tried to be strong, but my knees were weak, arms heavy, my throat was short, sorry. We were here because of one unmistakable fact. Someone killed her. Pandora Espere, the ultimate baker. A gentle and caring person who wanted nothing more than to share her good spirit and delectable treats with the world, will never eat her bakes again. Oh my god! Someone here was responsible for her death. Wowee! And the only thing that kept me standing firm was the drive to figure out who heartlessly ended her life. A light began to flicker. I forgot there's only 10 of them. Ooh, what the heck is that? A light began to flicker weakly from the center of the circle of stands. The flickering gained strength as a shape began to take form within the light. Something like the shape of a person began to appear. Holy crap!
Who the heck are you?
Is this the announcer?
So we don't know who we're splitting this guy.
Welcome, one and all. Welcome to the courtroom.
Who are you?
What is that? Who am I? What is that? Answers to those questions don't matter too much. Besides, I think you ought to have more pressing questions, since something super bad has transpired. All you really need to know is that I'm your lovely judge for today's trial. Okay, maybe I'm not a real certified judge or whatever, but I will be the one passing judgment on what happens today, after each subsequent murder to come. Judge, but not really a judge. This is too long and confusing to address me, so you may call me Zero. Whoa. Go. The hologram of a person named Zero presented itself, giving a face to the voice of our killing game announcer. No, we still don't know who should voice.
Okay.
Class trial, all rise.
We're just doing everything. I feel like
Oh,
without further ado. We're just going?
we're just immediately going?
No saving?
Well, we can save.
Like, but they usually give us a break to save. Like save now, and then after that,
Who knows?
the trial begins. Okay.
So are we gonna start the trial, or should we end the stream here?
Well, I just wanted to do that. Not the trial, but it depends what you want to do.
I have no idea.
It's like we could stop and play a different game. Off stream or on stream.
I do kind of wanna, like, I wanna find out what this trial is gonna be like, because, like, we only have 2 pieces of evidence.
That's true.
And there's only 10 people. How long would a discussion like this last? Right?
Right?
When did we start playing? It's been 2 hours only. That was just the daily life and the deadly life.
That's crazy.
I know, right? I guess we could try looking into, if there's a intermission in the middle of it, we could probably stop there.
Cool.
Alright, let's do it then. Woo! Without further ado, I take it you all know why you're here. Wowie! Jeez, you're all a quiet bunch, aren't you? You're all here to suss out who done it! Huh? Okay. In other words, you're all on trial to figure out who the culprit of today's heinous crime is. Did you think you could get away with murder and win the prize? Nah, it's not that simple. The rules are as follows. Discuss, discover, and determine who the culprit is among your group. A majority...
Sorry, I was looking at the pictures.
A majority will vote... What? Sorry. A majority vote will seal the individual's fate. We'll just see what happens from there, yeah? One of few outcomes will occur. One of few outcomes will occur. Determine and vote incorrectly, and the entire class is executed, with the culprit alone able to walk free and win the ultimate prize. That's the ideal endgame for the culprit. Determine and vote correctly, and the culprit alone will receive proper retribution and perish at the hand of your culprit. Phew! You just might live to see another
I
day.
can't read.
Our victim today is Pandora Espere.
Espere?
The ultimate baker. A sweet young lady who could do nothing wrong. Or could she? Well, people can surprise you. So with that out of the way, get to talking.
Who exactly are you?
What? You're still asking that even though I introduced myself all nice? You should have bigger concerns than that. Talk about the murder! I can't believe who did it isn't your top priority right now.
I just have a demon voice.
Huh? No one wants to talk? Need I remind you your lives are kind of on the line? If none of you start talking, you'll all default to having lost the trial and you'll all be executed. You don't want that, do you?
Executed? What does that mean?
The dictionary definition of execute: to carry out a sentence of death. It's really quite simple.
Sorry. I can't
On the one
read that.
hand, on the one hand, it makes my job easier. I don't have to listen to bad deductions. On the other hand, I'd be terribly bored if this game didn't go past the first chapter. What? Everyone, please, we need to discuss who could have possibly done the unthinkable. As trifling or even irrelevant as something may be, if you have any concern about the case, speak now.
He's so small.
It's scary. Say, are you okay?
Say, please don't push yourself.
Yes, thank you. If he wants us to talk, I'll talk. I'll talk about how scared I am. I just want to go home. I can't get used to anything around here. I don't know any of you people. And then someone gets killed?
Say.
I understand it's difficult, but discussing our friend's death is necessary to ensure we don't find a similar fate ourselves. At the very least, we can try to remember our last moments with her. That Zero is right. We don't want to go down without a fight, right? Why don't we begin with Pandora's last known whereabouts? The silence in the room was oppressive. Trial to defend ourselves? Why did I need to defend myself if I know for a fact that I would never kill her? Regardless, no one knew where to start. Well then,
I feel like this protagonist is so stupid.
What?
He's saying the weirdest things. Why would I need to defend myself?
Well, duh, so you
If
can
I
prove you
didn't kill
didn't do...
it. Yeah. If I didn't kill it, why would I need to defend myself
I
as a
know.
mage?
I know, right? That's weird.
Well then, I shall begin. Last I saw her, we were sharing a quiet breakfast.
I can back that. The group was composed of Art, Echo, Missy, Pandora, and myself in the dining hall from about 10:40 a.m. to 10 a.m. After that, we all kinda went our own way. I went around the mansion with Echo to talk to the others who weren't at breakfast. Who did we see again, Echo?
Art doesn't recall the people we visited after breakfast. Let's see. We met with... shoot, I forgot. Anyways. So it was Say, Cannon... Not this one. Can, Fort, Missy... This one. Right? Say, Cannon, Fort, Lao. Yeah. Seems about right.
Oh yeah! Those people were Say, Cannon, Fort, and Lyle. And we asked them about their talents. That's right. But when we were touring the mansion, we met with those four and no one else.
That's a lie!
What?
Oh. Yeah, it's good. We did see Pandora. Right? After we met with Cannon. Yeah, we met with Cannon and Pandora was there. She asked her a question. Right?
Oh, yeah, right.
That's what happened.
Right.
There.
The only ones we didn't see after breakfast were Pandora and Ashley. I mean, we met with Pandora when we were talking to Cannon, but she didn't stick around long. She said she had somewhere to be and left to go to who knows where.
There's a period of time in which no one saw Pandora last. Is that correct?
That window apparently being somewhere between 10 a.m. to approximately 4 p.m. Can anyone else provide their whereabouts in that approximate time frame? I was alone in the study for a good portion of the afternoon. I went to the theater at at about 2:30 p.m.
Oh, so you must have left before I went in. I went to the study at 3 p.m.
I spent my time in my personal room.
I was in one place. I was investigating the mansion. Until 3, that is. I met up with Art for a little bit and eventually landed in the jazz club right before 4. I was wriggling myself with the amenities in the theater for much of the afternoon.
I was in my room too. After I had a meal with Art and Echo, I went back and didn't leave at all. I was in the atrium for a while. It looks like no one has a particularly strong alibi except Art and Echo who can vouch for each other until 3 p.m. What does that mean?
It means that since many of us were acting on our own for an extended period of time, our whereabouts can be heavily doubted. Anyone could have lied about their activity and instead set up some sort of trap to get rid of Pandora, since no one knew each other.
Saw
each other.
No one knew each other.
Nobody knew each other.
We're all suspicious.
Dang, I should stop eating.
I haven't even eaten.
It's difficult to narrow down who is potentially suspicious on these claims alone.
Let's calm down and think thoroughly.
why don't we move the topic to the forced motive question? The question, along with the the question, along with the motivation music, was provided to push someone to commit crime. We ought to figure out what about the question would have caused such distress. Forced motive question.
A small group of us talked about it briefly this morning over breakfast, but ultimately we couldn't figure out the purpose of the question.
Why don't we discuss the purpose now that everyone is present? Purpose of the forced motive question. The question was, are your talents a true representation of who you are? Who are you beyond your talent? What could it mean? I should pay attention to statements that might sound interesting. A question to provoke killing? It makes no sense!
How could a simple question make us do something as extreme as end someone's life?
This morning, we speculated that sharing the history behind our talents would only create a greater bond between us.
I'm inclined to agree with that conclusion. It only makes sense, after all.
But it's also possible that it's a tactic used to instill distrust and cause discord. Actually, is the purpose of the force.
What do you mean by distrust, Ash?
Let's say someone didn't want to talk about their talent, despite the talent being something that's highly lauded. If someone wouldn't want to talk about such an unassuming topic, their resistance should be suspicious, right?
But just because someone's talent is public knowledge, doesn't necessarily mean the individual's life and practice behind it should be public as well. Ash, you kept your talent unknown to me for whatever reason. Are you saying you want me to believe you're suspicious?
Of course not! How could you even say that?
Did you ask someone about the forced motive question and not get an answer?
No, I just didn't want to bother anyone with such a potentially loaded question. Is my talent a true representation of who I am? I never thought about my talent as a representation of me. It was simply a hobby that spiraled into something incredulous. I never would have thought racing would lead me to end up in such a strange mess.
It's hard to press you so hard, Ash. Art asked me if I knew anything about your talent, and I couldn't properly answer. That said, I think this conversation eventually proved your point, that it could cause discord. There's contention, even between us.
It's alright. I'm sorry if keeping it a secret hurt you, Echo. I didn't mean to tie you up in such complications.
It's not so complicated. You're my friend. If anything hurts, it's the fact that I burdened you with this topic.
How about that's the purpose of discussion, isn't it? To bring ideas and theories to light? And I don't suppose I just performed an example of the questions causing such an altercation. Wowee. Oh, wasn't that something? Best friends reconciling their differences for the sake of proving a point. I suppose every discussion has to start somewhere. Okay, as you were. Right. Thank you for that bookend, Zero. In that case, what if the question posed was meant to make us look at Ultimate Student's talents as an ends justifies the means product?
I mean, just as prize served at what?
The end justifies the means. A saying in which a result is deemed so important that any method, morally good or bad, may be used to achieve it. In this case, I believe what Echo is saying is, regardless how someone achieves such advanced talent or what the person's life behind it behind it is meaningless in the grand scheme of having an ultimate title. After all, didn't we all sign up for the preservation project, knowing full well that we needed to bear an ultimate title?
An ultimate title. A precariously valuable title that someone receives for super excelling in their field of expertise.
What does this possibly have to do with Pandora getting killed? There's no way anyone was, like, jealous of her talent or something, was there? We were all strangers before meeting in this scary place anyway. I fully want to believe. I want to believe we all got along with her. We all got along with each other, in fact. Without the killing game pressure, I don't see how anyone could possibly harbor any ill will. Now, someone has gotta hate her.
What?
What? I'm bored. You aren't talking about anything interesting, so I thought I'd throw you all a bone to get the ball rolling a little faster. Not one single person is going to be loved by everyone. It's just not possible. How could you say that? She did nothing but show kindness and warmth towards everyone.
Dora only ever wanted to share good food with good friends. Yes, she always worked tirelessly to bring us together with her delicacies.
Blah.
Oh, good show, everyone. You're all such great actors. I guess it's been fun watching, but the discussion isn't really going anywhere.
Oh?
I'll just put an end to this now. This case, this trial, it's all an elaborate ARG scheme. Lyle? It's all an act. The reason why the reason why there's so few clues, it's just a way to save resources. Imagine if the folks setting up the game had to use a bunch of fake blood to recreate the scene, to create the scene. Though I suppose for the sake of entertainment, some systems exist to waste resources.
Lyle, what are you talking about?
Pandora isn't dead. She can't be. Nothing adds up. But I suppose if you want me to keep playing, I'll say this. Let's think about who was on the scene first. If I recall correctly, it was Echo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw Pandora's body first, and then I called for help, which made Cyrus and Cannon arrive shortly after. Okay, easy. Culprit is one of you three.
Huh?
What? On what grounds do you think you can speculate that? Pandora's supposed time of death was 4 or 5, right? I'll set the scene. We're just minding our own business in the mansion, not knowing what's to come. Soon, some nasty music starts playing. One of you three starts getting stressed out. So you strangle the first person you see. How else could we narrow down the culprit? It has to be someone who was near the scene after 4 p.m., and that person couldn't have gotten far after escaping the crime scene. In my opinion, a motivation to kill the stress... Sorry, I confused you. A motivation to kill a less stress from music is kind of shoddy writing. But at least there was an attempt. Lyle keeps going on about this killing game being an ARG. But her death seemed so real.
Sorry. Bad time to eat.
That's why you should have eaten at the investigation.
There's a lot of speaking, to be fair.
Huh? Wait, doesn't that mean everyone's alibis from earlier don't amount to anything?
Bingo. I believe you all discussed your whereabouts up to approximately 3 p.m. latest, but no one said anything from then to 4 p.m. when the music started. The critical moment to consider is the time just before the murder occurred. Obviously, if someone offed Pandora via acute strangulation and made their getaway,
Offered Pandora strangulation.
You wanna be
Hey, do you want to be strangled, Pandora? Imagine the killer, like, hey, this music's very annoying. Do you want to be strangled, by the way?
Sure.
Oh, sure. Anyways.
It's not likely the culprit would have gotten far from then and when Echo supposedly discovered the body. So, with the window of action narrowed down to between 4 and 4:05, does anyone care to share their newly updated whereabouts?
How interesting. Where we all were in the approximate time around
That's
4
what I was
p.m.
thinking. I was also suspecting the two that arrived after us.
Yeah. Like, they arrived shortly after.
So, and like, it was so quick, you know?
Uh-huh.
But she could have been dead for a while.
Yeah. I mean, is there a time of that? Actually, do we even have bullets?
Yeah, we don't have bullets.
That's crazy. Oh, I guess because we don't really need bullets in this situation because we only have 2 people. Anyways, where we all were in the approximate time around 4 p.m. leading up to the motivational music. If we follow through with Lyle's speculation, we might glean some information that will help us.
After hanging out with Lyle, I went to the atrium. The music was blasting in there. Missy joined me in the theater after the music started.
I thought Forge and I could go backstage and control the sound system, but our attempts were futile.
So they can confirm each other's alibi.
I was in my room still, hiding under the covers.
Told you, I was in the foyer, leading up to the music. It was noisy, sure, but nothing I couldn't deal with.
I was in the jazz club.
Huh?
Told Echo as well. And I was in the planning center and saw no one suspicious dart past the open door.
Like say, I was in my room too.
Where we all were in What are we supposed to ask?
Well, you can tap anything. Did you really? Did you run to the atrium when the music started playing? No, I was already around that area after hanging out with Lyle. Why would I go to a giant room that echoes to avoid that horrible music?
Well, that's fair. Wait, I'm sorry.
So you can vouch for each other, right? Yes, but because Missy had an idea that required my assistance.
I thought Ford and I could backstage and blah blah blah.
Jazz club. You like jazz?
You like jazz?
But wait a minute, Lyle. I know for a fact that the jazz club is soundproof.
That's right.
When I attempted to play the cello yesterday, you and Cyrus were just outside the jazz club in the hallway. Neither of you seemed to have any reaction when we came out shortly after. That means it's possible that Lyle is exempt from hearing the motivational music. Was it? I suppose you're on to something. I admit, I don't even know what the motivational music sounds like, but...
Ooh, fun.
Well, it's nothing. It's an obvious, awfully precarious situation you put yourself in, Lyle.
I'm sure it's odd, but what's stranger still is how did Lyle know about the motivational music if he never heard it?
The kiosks. Remember, they translate sound to text. But this time I only saw a message.
I saw only.
No, I saw only a message. It said something like, preserving the atmosphere of the room.
Ooh. 0. What's up? You are the judge of this trial, but you are also the announcement operator outside these walls. I assume you can assist us with something clerical like this. Can you tell us what the kiosk message said in specific? Your current room is a special room that blocks all outside sound to preserve the atmosphere of the room. Please enjoy it to your heart's content. I didn't write that, by the way.
So you're saying we could have avoided the noise entirely?
Isn't that convenient? Wait a minute. In that case, what if Lyle is the one who killed Pandora?
What? Didn't I say that it was the music that would have provoked someone to kill her? I was in the jazz club. I didn't even hear the music, therefore I wouldn't have felt the motivation to move.
No! You could have killed her in the jazz club and moved her body to the spa lounge!
That would explain the lack of clues in the spa lounge.
This is troublesome. Did any of us investigate the jazz club afterwards?
No. I was so shocked from seeing the body that I didn't even think about looking elsewhere.
I think we all were just as astonished as soon as we heard the body discovery chime.
So perhaps Lyle counted on that fact and did in fact kill her in the jazz club. He doesn't have an alibi for a large portion of the afternoon anyway.
That's actually a lot, isn't it?
Think something like scouring the mansion for clues. He could have spent the whole day unsupervised plotting the terrible thing and that ended Pandora's life. Hey, haven't you heard the phrase, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence?
It's not like we have a lot of evidence.
Well, it's not out of the question. After all, the ultimate puzzle master could have set up something elaborate, so elaborate that the question to this murder puzzle goes right over our head.
That can't be possible. I was in the climbing center, which is between the spa lounge and the jazz club. If Lyle committed the crime in the jazz lounge, I would have been plainly witness to the change of scene. You very well could have constructed that alibi to assist Lyle in his dark activity. Now why on earth would I lie such about a thing?
Settle down! Oh no, it's good.
Yelling at each other with hypotheticals isn't getting us anywhere.
Agreed. If it will quell Say and Force worries, let's tackle their initial theory and go from there.
Say and Fort are wrapped up in the possibility of Lyle killing Pandora in the jazz club. Is it worth discussing?
There wouldn't be any point.
We didn't even have time to go to the rest of it.
I know, right? They just call us to the trial room immediately.
So like, we don't even, like, it could have been anywhere really.
There's no
Maybe.
evidence to suggest, but because we didn't look at other evidence.
Yeah, because like, it could be like Fort and he killed her there. Or it could have been, yeah.
Well, Fort has an alibi.
Huh?
Fort has an alibi.
Why, so what's his alibi?
He has an alibi with Missy.
Oh, whoops, sorry, I didn't mean Fort. What's his name? Cyrus.
Cyrus? Oh.
Cyrus could have killed in his room, and then, or maybe Cannon could have killed there, and then, so like it just seems
Not worth discussing?
yeah because of the lack of evidence.
No.
Say, Fort, please calm down. There's no way Lyle could have killed her and then moved the body.
What?
That's because someone would have seen him do that. Yes, I would have seen Lyle move the body if that were the case. But remember, I left the climbing center's doors open. The climbing center is located between the spa lounge and the jazz club. By the recorded time of killing, the music would have been playing, and by then I was no longer climbing. Not with that din distracting me. Alright. Perhaps I'll accept your admission as truth. Seeing as the plausibility of Lyle moving the body isn't founded, where do we stand now?
Oh my stars, you all are so bad at this.
What?
I'll tell you all for certain that nothing happened in the jazz club. And I'm telling you this because you are all just awful at this whole trial thing. Jeez.
Sorry.
Jeez, I guess this is what happens when there's no ultimate detective around, huh?
And your ultimate photographer's so quiet.
She's all but drop dead at this point. If she did drop dead, you'd have to go through another trial, and I don't think I have the patience to watch you run in circles at this rate. Alright, since this is clearly going nowhere, allow me to throw you a bone.
There's
There's something strange about that note in the spa pool, don't you think?
They all shiny.
Sorry. It's gonna,
Lyle
Lyle very conveniently managed to redirect the conversation from the piece of evidence on scene. I'll let you all think for yourselves.
The note. The note must have something to do with Pandora's murder. But what? I'm certain Art and Lyle know something about it, since Lyle brought it up with us, but...
Hello? What's it all the dead air? Don't want to talk anymore? You don't want everyone... What?
Sorry.
Don't want everyone to die without giving the trial their best shot, do you? Like, are any of you even trying to save yourselves? Maybe I should stop giving you these opportunities. Courtroom fell silent. It seems we all neglected the gravity of the situation. Or rather, we were avoiding it. It's just, nothing felt real. Dora's death. Her body hardly showed any signs of injury. It was like she was asleep. Thus, if we all wanted to forget the reality of the topic at hand, which was that someone had killed our friend. We kept dodging and darting around the main issue. Yes, as painful as it is, we must discuss the murder. It may seem hopeless at the moment, since we don't have much information to work with, but clues will reveal themselves as we bring about certain topics to light. So don't hold your tongue. We must do this to save ourselves. Then, I'll start with her cause of death. From there, it'll probably be easier to reason out potential culprits. According to the Monokuma file, it was strangulation.
Can we identify what she was strangled with?
We ought to touch upon those possibilities. It may be difficult to think about, but no one said such a fight would be easy. What was Pandora's strangled with? Is there something we're missing? I was thinking it might have been rope from the climbing center. It's horrifying to think about, but perhaps the culprit used their own hands.
Let us narrow our thoughts and eliminate things that would be unlikely. We also ought to think about what in the spa lounge could be used. Oh.
Okay, I'm guessing gym topics. A rope seems like a common enough tool in things like this.
Yeah, but Cyrus said he didn't see anyone near the climbing center.
Could have been Cyrus.
Could have been Cyrus.
It's like prime suspect to me. I guess like when I asked you if you had any suspicions without any evidence. But I think the evidence doesn't really help.
Yeah.
So I'm still...
Makes sense. Where?
I don't recall seeing any rope left in the spa lounge.
The culprit could have retrieved it far in advance and disposed of it after the fact, though.
I guess, but why not dispose of the suspicious note as well? It was left in such a conspicuous place. Isn't that strange?
Oh. Well, as long as we're able to eliminate options, it'll get us a little closer to the truth, right?
Right.
Oh, I didn't mean to. Anyways. I can't bear the thought of someone using their bare hands to do this. Oh.
Wait, Missy. If you think about it though, if someone was grasping so tight, don't you think there would be fingernail marks dug into the skin?
I yield that you could be right. There weren't any such signs of such brutality.
I would easily forget something as violent as nails being dug into the skin.
I didn't think about that.
That helps clarify the possibility.
I suppose. I'm relieved to hear that. Then what could it be?
Hiya!
What? Hey!
Whoopsies! Sorry, my bad. I just
The spa lounge!
What in the spa lounge could be used?
Sorry, it sounds like a...
Yeah, like I missed something. We consider the following.
No, I mean like, it sounded like a swear substitute.
What?
What in the spa lounge could we use?
What in the spa?
What in the spa lounge?
Here it is.
The climbing center and jazz club were occupied by one person each. Neither of the occupants saw anyone else during their stay.
The killing occurred soon after the 4 p.m. music, so it's likely the culprit could have only used whatever was available on location. What, if anything, could be used?
What is?
Wait, you mean you're pointing us towards the scene?
Oh,
Her hair?
the tines? Her belt?
Oh, the towel!
Oh, the towel! What the heck? When did that
What's there? Oh my god, I can't believe it.
I don't remember that being there at all.
I know, right? When the frick?
Could it be? Could it be?
I did think of a towel, like
Yeah, I
when
did
he
think
said
of a towel.
when he said spa lounge, I was like,
Towel is the first thing
oh,
you think
towel, yeah. Like, maybe there's, but I didn't see anything at the crime scene.
Yeah,
And
it
then
almost
they
feels
showed the BDA and like, what? There's a towel there.
Doesn't the marking seal too thin? Maybe it's just a really thin towel.
Thin towel.
Could it be?
Thin towel.
Thin towel. Could it be? Echo, are you onto something?
Out the window thought.
Out the window thought. I think so. You brought up a good line of thought that made me rethink the scenario. I recall seeing something that might answer our questions.
I don't recall seeing it at all.
I believe the culprit may have used a towel to strangle her. It's an unassuming object, isn't it? Of course, there are going to be towels in the spa lounge. Of course, there are going to be towels in the spa lounge. So the culprit took advantage of the location and utilized the tools available. The tool being the very towel she was resting her head on.
And they may have strangled her by wrapping the towel around her neck and pulling until she stopped struggling.
Till she stopped struggling and breathing altogether. It would explain the lack of fingernails dug in, as well as explain why I didn't see anyone near the climbing center in the event the rope was used.
It might just be conjecture, but It might just be conjecture, but it's the best thing we have so far.
But there's something bothering me, if I may. What I don't get is, why was Penzora seemingly so relaxed in the spa?
Well, it is the spot, so.
She was reclined, and there weren't any signs of a struggle in the whole room. There must have been the obnoxious music playing in the spa too, so I thought she would have stayed. That's... oh, I forgot what it is, but... Rantaro.
Rentaro mommy. He does look like my husband. Just kidding.
That's strange indeed. I certainly couldn't concentrate on the climbing grips once it started. That music was so annoying. I didn't know it was playing until I was outside.
More importantly, Echo, did you break your head or something?
Break your head.
Break your head or something?
Something.
We would have a class trial if you did. It's gonna. The spa lounge is soundproof. Wait, what?
What?
Oh, it's to the atmosphere.
Huh?
To you remember the message for the jazz club?
Uh-huh.
It
Oh,
said to preserve the atmosphere of the room.
I see.
So the spa must have been just relaxing.
Uh-huh. Well, I guess that makes sense, since I threw the door open upon entering. Hang on, what? the lounge is soundproof?
Whoops!
What's
Was that not common knowledge? Hold it. Explain yourself.
Does that have relevance to the trial? If the spa lounge is soundproof,
And the motivational music was playing throughout the rest of the mansion.
whoever was in the spa lounge with Pandora must not have been aware of the music.
Zero. I noticed in your kiosk message, you didn't specify which room was soundproof. It simply said your current room is a special room. Is that correct? I said I didn't write that! But yes, I guess I did say that, didn't it?
It did.
It did say that, didn't it? Sorry. Really? You said I!
I guess. Yes, I guess it did.
Oh, it did say that. Oh, okay. How the heck did we... Fine. Yes. All second floor rooms are soundproof. Happy? What?
All second floor rooms? In that case, wouldn't Pandora have been completely relaxed and unaware of the
Unaware of the motivational music when it started at 4 p.m.?
Wait, that's right. Well,
Sorry, well not the atrium, but it's more of a giant hall than a room.
Oh, sorry. No
closed doors or anything, you know?
I read half. Listen to where? I left the climbing center's doors open during my stay. So it's not just the jazz glass joke. Jazz club.
we probably assumed the jazz club alone was soundproof because people perform in there.
Now it has been revealed that Pandora was willingly in the spa lounge, relaxed and completely unaware of the music presumably far before it started playing in the first place. And even when it did begin, she would have been undisturbed by it, due to the soundproof quality of the spa lounge.
Just a minute. That means the motivational music had nothing to do with provoking someone to kill her.
What?
Echo, you have an idea of what provoked the person, don't you? You've had this look on your face since this afternoon. It's the note, isn't it? You've seen it before. In fact, you saw it before I brought...
You saw if...
You saw it before I brought it up with you and Art.
Finally, talking about the note.
Yes, I've seen it before. Pandora showed it to me last night. Pandora herself showed it to me that night.
Last night, you just switched
Like spit. I'm going in my throat. Pandora? But how did she see it? Lyle said it was the announcement's special gift from this morning.
I lied about that. There was no special gift. If someone did show up, I was just going to call him a chump personally. I'm also perplexed as to where... I'm actually also perplexed as to where that came from. Although maybe I shouldn't complain. The note has made things very interesting.
What is this note you're all talking about? Remember that scrap of paper we saw in the swap wall? Yes, it was soaked beyond legibility. That's the note we were talking about. Namely, a note to be kept in secrecy. I remember it said, if you recognize one of the symbols depicted, then you have finally found me and are safe. Please do not speak of this note's existence. Trust no one but yourself. It had two emblems on it, as the note references. And I saw one of those emblems on that shred of wet paper in the spa pool.
Pandora was in possession of such a dangerous...
She has the ultimate memory for memorizing exactly what...
I know, right? I couldn't even remember. Oh shoot, sorry. Pandora was in possession of such a dangerous, suspicious thing? The culprit must have saw that she had the note on hand and threw it in the pool to soak and destroy it.
They were probably afraid of the ramifications of protecting the recipient and what effect it could have on the rest of us in the killing game.
They probably thought that whoever is in possession of the note must be linked to the game itself. Then wouldn't the culprit be one of the few who knew of the note's existence? That's right. She reacted when Zero first mentioned it. Say, you reacted when Zero mentioned the note earlier. Have you seen the note before?
I have never seen it.
I see.
No, that's wrong, Scar.
No, that's wrong. But how could that be? Lyle said he saw Say go into the pantry, and after she left, he saw the note. Before this trial, the only ones who could have seen it were Say, Lyle, Echo, and me, right? If the Atrium's special gift was a lie, then what's with the secret note being in the pantry earlier this afternoon? I imagine Pandora herself must have left it there, seeing as she was utilizing the ingredients from the pantry to make breakfast this morning.
She just left it there? Then why is there a similar note in the spa's pool? She couldn't have left it out of her possession if it's supposedly a note to be kept in secrecy.
Wait a minute. Then are there two notes?
Yeah, because there's two symbols.
Ah. But we still don't know where these notes came from in the first place.
What? None of these random details aren't making any sense. I'm also having a hard time sorting out relevant information. Indeed, it's becoming difficult to define what is truth, what happened when, and why things are as they are.
Once we try to lay down a timeline of events, that could clear our heads here. That could clear our heads and straighten things out, if anything.
Alright, let's, stop here first for a moment. What do you think happened? I have no idea what happened, honestly.
No idea what happened. It's a possibility, like, the scenario I'm thinking the most is someone was with her in the spa room, and it was betrayal.
Yeah.
Because if someone had opened the door, she would have heard the music.
Yeah.
So that's the only possibility.
It doesn't narrow down any suspects, though. The issue, like, anyone could have been with Pandora and saw the notes with her. There's supposedly two notes happening, right? And then, so the culprit was with Pandora in the spa lounge. Then they took a towel, I'm assuming they just went from behind the chair and strangled her there. Then threw the note in the pool. Then they ran out, that's when Echo saw the shadow. Then Echo went up to the spa lounge.
He was following the shadow.
He was following the shadow?
I thought he was following the shadow.
I also thought that, but he saw Pandora.
Yeah, after.
Oh, the
he
doors,
went upstairs.
yeah. No, I think he was following the shadow, but then he saw Pandora in the spa lounge, and he was trying to ask for her help.
Yeah.
The doors were open, so.
The doors were open at that time.
Yeah.
So maybe it was.
The
I
doors.
just feel like it's someone upstairs.
Yeah. Who was upstairs the entire time? It's too bad we don't have a list of evidence here.
People upstairs.
Where was he again? He was in the atrium. That's upstairs.
That's upstairs. He was upstairs.
Where was she again? She was in her room. Well, she is always upstairs.
She was upstairs.
He wasn't upstairs. Wait, is the
He
study?
was only upstairs.
After. Yeah.
Wait, is this, yeah, this is.
Yeah, I think they're in
Why
they're
did we just
downstairs.
skip the counter?
Because
She's upstairs.
she was. Where is she? Did she say where she was?
Because she was the one of the first three, remember?
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, and she was in the foyer. She said she was in the foyer.
Oh, she was.
So she wasn't upstairs. She went upstairs. But she was in the foyer before Echo called out, and then she went towards Echo. So she was downstairs. That's interesting. So Fort was in the theater. He has an alibi, so it's not him or her. He was in the climbing. Where is that? I forgot where that was. I think it's in the first floor, right?
It's in-
Oh no, it's upstairs.
What?
Sorry, my bad.
The whole conversation.
I'm sorry. It was upstairs. It was upstairs near the spa lounge.
And
He heard the music because of the doors being open. Which is probably why he was able to hear it.
yeah.
He was where was he? Oh, he was in the jazz club, right? So he's also upstairs.
I can't hear anything.
Oh my god, there's a lot of people upstairs. Anyways. And then she was in her room. And that's it.
Oh,
These two
God.
were in. That's a lot of suspects to narrow down for. So it's him,
So,
him,
first of all, I don't think...
her, maybe, question mark, and him. Oh, wait, sorry, I skipped over it.
I don't think it was Lyle.
I don't think it was Lyle either. Because he couldn't hear the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's off the list.
Cyrus is still suspicious.
Yeah. He could have.
The door was open,
The door was open, yeah.
and he could have just claimed that the door was open the entire time.
Who else? Cannon is also kind of suspicious.
Yeah, because, like, if... well, I guess she would have been the next person to hear it if... Like, Arturo was upstairs, right?
Yeah. He was in the
Yeah.
atrium.
Which...
Had the music, right? Because it was... Because it wasn't it's not really a soundproof room, per se. So I guess he was able to hear the music.
It's not really a sound. What is that?
What do you mean? Because the atrium is big.
I know, but, like, it's not a soundproof room, but someone said that all the rooms upstairs were soundproof.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. Zero said it, I think, but... Oh yeah, Zero did say that. That's how we found out about it. But, yeah. So what about the atrium?
Yeah. It's like, if it does have... If it does... Do we have a map?
Huh?
Do we have a map, at least?
I don't think so. But, I believe it's not him. Okay, so... I believe it's not him.
Why not?
Because we bumped into Pandora when we were at the atrium. She had to go somewhere. Supposedly, that's her going to the meeting with the culprit in the spa lounge.
I see.
And our
An Arthur.
was with us, and then he was with Lyle until 3 p.m. So it can't have been him. Maybe, I don't know. So there's still a possibility. He doesn't have an alibi for either, but I believe it isn't. Fort has an alibi.
So there's only one sus person.
Him, and also the two that were in their rooms. That claim to be in their rooms.
That claim to be in the room.
Yeah.
But then it'd be so hard to hide, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean?
To hide upstairs.
Hide upstairs?
Because everybody was in a room.
Oh, right. You're right. Everyone is in a room upstairs.
So, like, if they were to hide, they'd have to go downstairs, but then we were going upstairs.
Yeah. That's interesting. That's an interesting point. Why are you the most suspicious character? Anyways. Okay,
I thought it was him from the very start, but that was because we had no information, and what I was going off of was because there were only 2 people that went in, and she flinched. That was what I was basing it on.
And she flinched.
She flinched, so she just didn't know, right?
Yeah, she probably didn't know.
So, like, yeah, that was my basis at first. But, like, I didn't expect him to be so suspicious here.
Yeah. Everyone else who was upstairs, except him, could be somewhat cleared. They're not completely cleared, because there's literally no evidence whatsoever, because everyone's alibi is not accounted for. But he is definitely the most suspicious, which scares me. The ultimate charisma, being the first killer, what the heck? Well, we'll see.
We'll see. Maybe we'll get more information that, like, completely destroys our theory.
Yeah, we'll see. But that's for sure. With your point, no one else could. The culprit couldn't hide upstairs or downstairs. I mean, what? I mean, they
or
could-
go downstairs.
Or go downstairs.
Which is like could be impossible. Like this all this information could be useless if she was dead or if she was already dead.
I mean, why would the motivational music play if she wasn't dead?
Yeah,
So she was probably dead during the music again. The motivational music. The culprit escaped. We saw the culprit escape.
like a person who didn't know about the music is probably clear.
Yeah, Lila, obviously.
And he's the only one who didn't know.
Oh, interesting.
I'm just confused about Arthur's alibi because like
He doesn't really have it, but
like because he's in the atrium and then all the upstairs places. That's like a contradiction. But maybe the
well, the
atrium.
atrium isn't exactly a room, I guess.
Yeah, I was thinking the atrium doesn't have a door, which is why I was like, do we have a map?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what we have.
Okay, that's what we
I read this.
figured that out. Timeline of events. Yes, I think that could help. I noticed a handful of discrepancies that could use clearing up. Ooh! Perhaps I ought to take the events back to last night, when Pandora showed me the secret number. The note seems to be the biggest complication. Pandora pulled me aside to show me the secret note at 9 p.m, like before that, because the nighttime announcement played. No, oh, my bad, damn it, but it was, yeah, during our conversation.
Uh-huh.
No, the lights started to dim during our conversation. Lights dimming indicates nighttime, which isn't at 9 p.m. Oh.
So it's at 10?
Oh, is that anime? That's it.
I didn't see an animation, but I blinked, so...
Damn it, anyway. I think I saw something. Like, he nodded. Or they? I don't know. We don't know when Echo is on this. I haven't researched since we played the last play. Yes, it was 10 p.m. I remember the lights started to dim during our conversation, indicating the start of nighttime. Oh, sorry, I thought 9 p.m. was nighttime.
Alright.
Sorry, I forgot 10 p.m. is the start of nighttime. The following morning, which was earlier today, we can assume Pandora must have been up earlier than everyone else and began preparing breakfast for us. A small group of us had breakfast and conversed about the force note question, which rang in at 11? No, it was some... Okay, 9 a.m. See? He nodded!
That's cool.
That's right. The force mode of question announcement rang in at 9 a.m. We briefly touched on the topic, but ultimately didn't feel any motivation to conduct any sort of killing, not likely to the chagrin of the announcer. Afterwards, I had planned to go back to my room, but Art stopped me and we went around asking the other students about the question. We were occupied with asking around until 3:12. 3:12. Okay, 3. Yeah, that's... What?
These are not really working.
My what?
Your 50-50s are not really working.
Nice. Yes, that's it. But just before 3, Art and I ran into Lyle as he was going to his room. We talked to him a little bit about the question, but he had little to say about the matter. During our conversation, he brought to our attention the secret note. The same secret note Pandora had the night before. Lyle claimed that someone had left the note in... we know it's in the pantry. That's right.
Are you sure it wasn't Pandora's room?
I don't know. And the person who was last in this pantry before him was Say. That's it. Lyle claims he saw Say scurry from the second floor atrium to the pantry and back out again. After Lyle showed us the disarmed disarmed door and the secret note, Art and Lyle went off on their own and I went to the study at 3 p.m. While I was in the study, another announcement rang in and started playing some sort of jarring, motivational music that once again attempted to start the killing. Can you imagine the people around him? Like, hey, is he okay? I mean, are they okay, Christian? Are they just nodding and... Echo? It's gonna...
Echo, you good?
You good, bud? It's gonna... The motivational music began at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
That's right. I recall the announcer saying the time. Wow, this is a timeline of events, huh? Anyways, I recall the announcer saying the time. I ran out of the study in a panic, trying to find any of the other students. From the atrium, I saw a shadowy figure at the top of the stairs. I followed them but lost track of them, which instead led me to discover Pandora's body. If only I was able to keep up with the shadowy figure, perhaps this trial would have been over sooner. But it's strange. I couldn't seem to add up anything, despite how much we knew.
Because of no L.
Or rather, perhaps there was some other unforeseen force factored in that contributed to Pandora getting killed. There had to be something missing. I felt an uneasy anticipation tugging at me, something willing me to continue the pursuit of whatever force... Ayya! Sorry. Uh-huh.
Hold
Oh.
on. Sorry. Apologies.
Wait, I can't...
Go clip yourself.
I'm trying not to, that's fine. I felt an uneasy anticipation tugging at me, something willing me to continue the pursuit of whatever force caused this mess. I had to try. Uncovering the truth was more difficult than I thought, but Pandora would tell me not to give up. I had to try to narrow down where this strange factor's weak point was. I thought about the scenario from the starting point of when the note was revealed, since it was a topic of contention. Perhaps I ought to think backwards from Pandora's death to see if there are any holes. Pandora was killed in the spa lounge. True.
Wow.
Whoa! Yes, there weren't any signs of her body being moved. But before she was killed, what was Pandora's speculated state in the spa lounge? She was stressed, she was being killed, obviously. Relaxed. We're able to assume she was relaxing in the spa lounge because the lounge is permeable, so she never heard the music. We learned that the spa lounge has soundproof qualities. If Pandora was in there with the door closed, she would likely not have been disturbed. Wait a minute. When I first entered this spa lounge, I was initially under the impression that there were more motivational music playing within. Little did I know, it was only because I had thrown the door open, ruining the soundproof quality of the room. However, someone noted that they were unaware of the music until they moved from one area to the next. The fact is the climbing center and jazz club were already occupied, and neither Cyrus nor Lyle claimed they were with company. This person could have left the only remaining room that shared the soundproof quality of the other two. Why was Pandora seemingly so relaxed in this... Oh, wait, sorry.
Why was Pandora seemingly so relaxed in the spa? She was reclined and there weren't any signs of struggle in the whole room. There must have been obnoxious music playing in the spa too, so I think she would have stayed. It's strange. It was concerning.
What? Oh yeah, I noticed that sentence. I was like, wait, you didn't know it was fine until I was outside?
Oh.
Oh, okay. There it is. Who was behind this spa lounge and motivational discrepancy? Who was behind this? Who was behind this spa lounge? Motivational music discrepancy. Anyways.
Oh. 0.
Okay, wait. Oh, wait, hold on. That whole conversation maybe was a point of contention? Da-da-da. Who was behind the spa lounge and motivational music discrepancy? I mean, he pointed out art, right? Art's sentence.
Art's sentence. No, that sentence makes sense-ish.
Tense-ish, I know.
Because, like, you know, he said he was in the atrium and he didn't hear anything until he went out front. But then he also said that it was... I don't know, I don't understand.
I mean, okay, you know what? Let's try. By making a remark of the change between locations, the culprit could have only been in the spa lounge before the motivational music. By that logic, the culprit must have shared the room with the victim. Wait. Anyways.
Everyone.
Yeah, like I said, there. Anyways, I'm in. Anyways, let's see what happens.
I think I have the full picture.
What's with you? You were totally spaced out for a second.
Like nodding and such.
Be quiet, you. Oh, yes, ma'am. Echo, was there something we were missing? Yeah. Oh, sorry. I don't know why. sorry.
I think something might have slipped right under us. We've been looking at this under the guise that the motivational music had everything to do with the murder. However, there is a discrepancy in that thinking. Pandora was never exposed to it, yet she wound up the victim to the effects of it. As we discussed and discovered, all second floor rooms are soundproof from outside noise when the door is closed. Case in point, Cyrus leaving the climbing center doors open and Lyle undisturbed in the jazz club. But then I noticed someone said something strange. They mentioned they weren't aware of the music either. That is, until they exited a presumably soundproof room. Neither Cyrus nor Lyle have ever encountered anyone during their stay.
Oh, right. He said he was in the atrium, but Cyrus said he never saw anyone pass by the door. Oh, how interesting. What'd you say?
I'm just thinking. So by process of elimination.
Process of elimination.
So by a process of elimination, the only room this person could have exited would be the spa lounge. I don't know if anyone else picked up on it, but I think I know who the culprit is. That's crazy.
No! Let's go.
Art. Did you kill Pandora?
But what? What's the
That's crazy.
Anyways. Heart?
What? Hang on.
That can't be a...
Please, yield. Echo, this thought of yours. It's awfully bold for you to point the finger at someone so conclusively.
Well, it's only a shred of an idea, but it's the only piece that fits. If we put a timeline together beginning from when Art and I separated at 3 a.m.
3 p.m.
3 p.m.
So yeah, they were up at 3 a.m.
Whoops.
together.
It's not unreasonable to assume that this crime was conducted during a smaller window, after Art and Lyle separated and before the motivational music. It's been stated several times. What? It's been stated several times that Lyle was by himself in the jazz club. So, given the circumstance... What? You're all just listening to that tiny...
Just going to... Huh? You're all just going to...
Oh, you're all just going to listen to that tiny, impossible statement?
No one was listening, to be fair.
Art, say something. Don't let them tell you what's what. It's nonsense. What? In fact, he was with me in the jazz club until 4 p.m. Yeah, isn't that right?
Oh no.
What the heck?
Sorry. Lyle, you must know that we are beyond the veil of smoke and mirrors at this point.
What are you implying? It's far too late for you to defend him. If you two were together, it would have been mentioned ages ago. The shadow I saw at the top of the stairs.
It must have been Art, fleeing the spa lounge toward the atrium.
He must not have known there was distressing music playing outside the spa. Otherwise, he wouldn't have let slip that he noticed a shift in music when leaving the spa after the fact. Fine. Please, think about the events in your head. As much as I hate to admit it, there's only one answer I can think of.
even though this is all speculative, and I want nothing more than not to believe it. This is the only ammunition we have.
Art, we're your friends, aren't we?
Oh god.
Oh no.
Please, if we're wrong, just tell us we're wrong.
What do you mean we're wrong? Just tell Echo you're wrong.
If this is all untrue, we can put this debacle behind us.
Debacle?
Debacle.
Debacle behind us.
Echo, do you remember what I told you when you asked me about the forced motive question? Yeah. I recall you said you liked playing golf, but you haven't expanded your interests outside golfing. Yeah. It's because they would never let me. It's a terrible existence, being the ultimate golfer for them.
For them.
For them. All day I stand around in the sun listening to jerks pitch false interest and crummy business ideas to each other. I'm not playing golf. I'm just there to look good while the suits are off playing corporate deception and back scratching. They made me hate golf. They made me hate golf. So that... Why aren't they using bold? I feel like they should be using bold. So that motive question, it made me think about what I was doing. I wasn't having fun anymore, you know? Even though I'm great at it, I'm the ultimate golfer. Even if that's the case, I didn't feel like me anymore. It's weird. I've had more fun here, hanging out with everyone, not indulging my talent, even though it's the thing that landed me here in the first place. I kept thinking about that. I kept thinking about the FMQ, about how I hate this part of me that blessed me with an opportunity to hang out with you all fun people. Before I knew it, I wandered into the spa lounge for some peace and quiet. I thought no one was in there. But Pandora was in there, quiet as a mouse. I didn't even notice her until I sat right next to her. She was so nice.
Just like that. Oh no, I'm eating a lot.
Good afternoon, Art. Care to join me?
Sure thing.
Are you alright? I didn't scare you, did I?
Oh, no. I just, didn't notice when I came in. You know how it is. Headed somewhere else and all.
I see. Art, may I ask something?
What's up?
I believe I heard about you influencing a merger between yours and my old school. Am I correct?
Yeah, that was a while ago.
It's such an amazing such an amazing accomplishment. I could only wish to achieve something half as grand as that.
Oh, it's nothing. I hardly remember it.
If you insist. It's nothing to sneeze at either. I'm sure the students of both schools have benefited greatly from the feat.
Yeah, probably. But I wouldn't know. I only went to school for a year before I was pulled out to focus on golfing. I have a private tutor to cover the difference.
Oh, that's quite a generous offer. I hope you can use your talents and position to help more people.
I don't know if it's that big of a deal.
I have faith in you, Art. In fact, I believe all of us have the ability to induce beneficial change like that if we're given the opportunity. Ultimate students, we have the power of passion and influence in our hands, just like them. I hope we all use it for the good of the future. I know we will. Yes, at last, I finally found them.
I didn't know what to say. Power of passion? Influencing change isn't as rosy as she chalks it up to be. The only thing my talent ever got me was trapped. I used to golf all the time with my grandfather before he passed away. After that, I was taken in by some company who would take care of me. Free square meals and a comfortable place to live. I've always played perfect games. Perfect, but boring. Day in and day out, it was the same thing. I thought I was there to show my skill, but every game was just an outside business conference. Eventually, I honed my skills enough to hit a hole-in-one no matter what. I played short games no one would ever care to watch. But I ace it and they love it. I whiff it and they eat it up. At that point, they didn't care what I did. Using my talent for the good of the future? What about my future? I didn't want to stay with that group for the rest of my life. I thought... Oh, I accidentally clicked. I thought escaping to the preservation project would finally free me from that imprisonment. But everything's all messed up. When Pandora closed her eyes, I felt a burning, sorry. I thought it was... She said she found them. Who was she talking about? It was obvious, right? I didn't know what to say. I just took the note she had and threw it in the pool. I wanted it to go away. Then everything happened in slow motion. It was like my body had moved on its own. My head was rigging. My hands narrowed onto the towel on her shoulders, and everything was red. It was like there was a fire in my head. When I heard her gasp, my arms were tense, and eventually... I'm sorry.
Okay, this happened.
Sorry, Lyle. I was just trying to have fun with you earlier. Huh? My good-for-nothing talent made me despise golf. I've never had fun with it since people discovered they could use me for their business deals. Running around with you, figuring out a big puzzle was the most genuine fun I've had in a while. Thanks, Lyle.
Bruh.
What the... No way. No way! This isn't real. You're just a part of the big game, right? You didn't kill anyone. You're an actor! You're an actor.
You're an actor.
Tell me you're an actor and that whole story was a fake. Art, tell me this isn't real!
Oh, yikes, ouch, me, Art. It is miserable. Like all of us, Lyle was struggling to come to terms with the fact that Art, of all people...
Lyle?
Is this the truth? We have a shred of evidence to go with a confession. I don't know if I can point out a culprit based on such little proof.
Missy, if you want to keep discussing, even after his Missy, you want to keep discussing, even after his piteous confession? I'm able to have my doubts, am I not? I can't accept it, and I'm sure the rest of you are also having trouble just the same. Doubting is the only thing keeping me from Doubting is the only thing keeping me from fully realizing the weight of a lofty, impossible-to-swallow truth. If I can doubt, I can still cling to the possibility of Art not committing such a horrible crime.
Missy, you're deluding yourself for the false hope. Just like the unfortunately misguided lava. Such thinking is unsystematic.
There's no need for doubt. Cannon? I have definitive proof. Huh?
Seriously? Okay.
Why? Why?
Did you keep being stupid all this time? Anyways.
That's crazy. Cannon!
It was small, but it was unmistakable. Art was seated at the base of the atrium centerpiece globe, with his head in his hands. The photo looked to be shot from the second floor entryway.
That means this shadowy figure I saw was...
Wait, what? It's Kevin? Okay.
That was me. Following Art as he fled from the spa lounge.
Huh?
He was in the foyer, remember? So when I saw Art emerge from the spa lounge, I went to tail him, following him as far as the entrance to the atrium. Then I heard you shout for help, and I did an about-face. Little did I know, I would stumble upon the very thing he was running from.
What the heck is this?
Cannon sure is a weird photographer.
So, does that settle your doubt, Missy?
But why wait to reveal such damning evidence?
You think I want his blood on my hands? If I presented this photograph, we'd know the culprit for certain, thanks to me. Because I'm always unlucky enough to be in the wrong place at the right time. I don't want to bear that weight on my conscience. I know it's selfish, but take it or leave it. Then I suppose it's settled. If we can agree that this is unquestionably the truth, there's no room for doubt.
Well, okay.
It seems
you've all come to a consensus.
In that case, it's voting time. This is the final phase of the class trial. Vote for who you think is the culprit. After all the jabbering, you'd better have a solid answer. Don't let any of that sentimental doubt or faith or whatever keeping you from saving yourselves. It's voting time!
It's voting time. I got confused because I read keep and I heard you say keeping.
What? Uh-huh. Oh, keep you from... Oh, did I say keeping?
Well, I didn't say any. I don't think I said the words in the right order. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I made it grammatically incorrect.
Okay. It's voting time! It's Pandora's.
Pandora.
Oh, you can even...
Oh my god.
You can even... But I want to vote for Pandora. She killed herself! Just kidding. Okay, guess.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel.
Feel about what?
Anyway, I'll just tell you later.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh wow, that's creative. Guilty. Don't worry. Maybe make it less blurry. Oh shoot! Oh my gosh.
And we have...
A winner! It's Ace Attorney asks sprites. This is good. Why is... That's literally Ace Attorney asks sprites.
Oh, he's the clapping.
The culprit responsible for the murder of Pandora Espera is none other than the ultimate culprit, Arturo Campopiano. Took long enough. Let's try to do better next time, alright? But for now, it's time for the grand finale. You've reached your exciting destination at the end of your first class trial. The destination being punishment time. Punishment time.
Punishment
I don't know. That's good.
I thought the punishment was just gonna happen.
I know, right?
Punishment time?
Well,
yeah, eye for an eye, right?
He was caught. Too bad. Recap Rule 5. To expedite the process toward the ultimate prize, one must kill a fellow student without getting caught. Oh, but what happens when they do get caught? Recap trial rules. Determine and vote correctly, and the culprit alone will receive proper retribution and perish at the hands of your group decision. It's bizarre. If it weren't for Echo's conveniently specific memory and Cannon's terrible luck pulling her to witness him, Art might have gotten away. Do you have anything to say for yourself, Arturo Campipiano? Campipiano?
Yeah. This is what the Preservation Project wanted, isn't it? To kill and live on. To prove your strength above other ultimates?
What? You think
What
you're
is
going to
live
live on? Whoops. You clearly don't have the emotional constitution to carry the people's future.
What?
No. You let your fears and anxieties eat at you until you broke. Stop.
Why?
I'm shocked Pandora didn't live. Oh wait, is it him? Question mark? She lost to you a weak, vulnerable, pathetic.
That's...
A silvery voice rose from somewhere in the room. That voice, it was... the other announcer. There's another announcer? The voice that welcomed us to this place was here?
Oh, welcome. So...
You?
Me?
Yeah.
Zero, stop this at once.
Oh,
you.
you. I believe I got rid of you, but you still came back? So weird. See what I did there, Eve? Eve?
Oh, Eve.
Oh, it's a girl.
That's I guess your voicing.
Yeah. These students revealed the culprit. Was that not sufficiently entertaining enough for you?
Yeah, they sure did do
Their
their
things,
thing, but
geez, did it take a while. Alright, fine. His face was just so rich with despair, I couldn't help it. It was fun for you too, right? Stop this. Fine. I'll get on with it. Goodbye, Arturo Campipiano, the ultimate golfer. Your execution awaits, and so it goes. Zero's hologram warped out, and a huge rambling sound tore through the room. Something was coming.
Oh jeez.
We couldn't even get any last words in with him. The courtroom floor rumbled beneath us. One of the trial grounds walls slid open, revealing a dark pit beyond the walls. From within, a golf cart came shrieking out, drifting and encircling our stands to stop squarely behind Art. Mechanized arms swept Art off his feet, pulling him into the cart that had hardly stopped for a second before peeling back into the darkness that it came from. Art became sequestered from us. All we could do was watch in horror as his fate was projected on a screen in the middle of the trial grounds. Whoa, Art was tossed on, so we can't even see his Art was tossed unceremoniously into what appeared to be a sand bunker. There'd be a sand bunker in the middle of a giant miniature golf course. In a daze, he rose, cupping up sand and meeting the gaze of a kitsch bear statue holding a raised tribe. The bear twitched. Its metal body groaned warily as the arm shook to life. A swing tunneled through the air. Art gasped. Holy crap, what the frick is... So he was pummeled? Like, with this shot. Yeah, like, oh my god, what the frick is...
It's a different laugh.
I know. That's worth the wait, I think. And it's funny. He hated golf, but little did he know, all those business deals he sat in on, those deals were the ones that brought in funding for the Preservation Project, the very thing he wanted to escape to. He thought he could fly away, but it turns out that his influence was unescapable. I can't read, what the frick?
Oh wait, yeah, inescapable.
Inescapable.
But it said unescapable.
Life sure is cruel, isn't it? It's horrifying. Disgusting display, mocking Art's ultimate title, ended his life. He hated his talents. He hated his talent, and in his last moments, it was all he saw. We all stood, completely and utterly shocked. No one said a word. I was about to read it again, sorry. No one moved a muscle. An unmistakable, sinking feeling froze us over. despair.
Despair.
In return for entertaining me, how about I answer one question that's been drilling into your minds?
Where are we? This isn't the preservation project at all, is it?
I said one question only. Our beloved courtroom resides in the Monokuma superstructure. Remember those earthquakes? Those aren't going to bother us thanks to civil engineering. The wonders of modern technology never cease, huh? So cool! I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
It most certainly did not, you cad.
Zero. That silvery voice spoke once more. You are a reaper of despair. Whatever you do ends in futility, and provides no benefit to anyone. No benefit to anyone except you and your horrible Schadenfreude. I think is getting... Do not think for a moment you've won. I will continue to fight back, even after what you've done to me. A sliver of light remains. Echo Pine?
Huh?
You've received the title of Ultimate Memory. Ooh! Memory? What is that? We have a tactician, photographer, and silly puzzle master. Good memory for their skills is already required, wouldn't you think? Won't you think?
I can't read this.
I won't even humor you with this one. The talent isn't even comparable to something remotely useful. Ultimate analytical prowess like that one pathetic girl. Come on, you've really given up trying, haven't you? No fun having any competition. Fine. You think that will give these people hope? You think that will... Sorry.
I said you.
Oh. NP6, your queen is in trouble. I have little information neither you nor the students will like. Cyrus Cyric is someone to be wary of. Ooh. Well, his name is a palindrome. Anyways.
He isn't who
he says he is. He's not a normal ultimate student like the rest of you. He's much more involved in this game than you think. Ultimate Charisma is a terrible cover talent. You're all truly clueless if you believe that. Zero, stop! You've meddled enough. What? And you haven't? I've been giving this power for a reason, you know, and I'm going to use it as I please. This isn't the answer. Whatever! Courtroom is closed. These losers can marinate in despair for a night, but tomorrow we'll get it going again. Zero. Shut up! I'm tired of your poor...
I don't know why I just said shut up!
Shut up! I'm tired of your poor useless attempts at creating hope. You will never win. You're a failure. With that odd display, the two holograms cut out.
Well, that was odd. What just happened?
I was on the verge of tears. My whole body shook violently. There was a weight at the bottom of my heart, dragging my whole body down. I felt like my head was going to split. Becoming trapped in a strange luxury mansion where I seemingly didn't belong. Stuck with a group of revered students with a so-called ultimate talent. Getting involved up in a class trial where we had to investigate someone killing someone else. Concluding with gruesome execution, as if everything else wasn't enough. Why was this happening? I want to go to bed. That's the answer, yep. For a long time.
Just ask someone to kill you.
Yeah, simple. Holy crap. Before I knew it, my limp body dove to the floor and I keeled over. Oh, and he died. My heavy eyes closed wearily and I allowed myself to sink into the velvety darkness. Oh. Wow. I literally, like, proved his innocence. Like, somewhat, not really, but you know. Like I said at the end of my deductions, they weren't entirely clear because of the alibis. The freaking alibis.
That was... I don't know. I don't know how I felt about that.
Huh?
I didn't know how I felt about that.
A deep, pulsing darkness filled every crevice and fold, bleeding through razor-thin cracks, drifting unevenly between a nauseating black sea and a stifling, destitute vacuum. Oh wait, it's already chapter 2.
Destitute?
Destitute? I didn't say that. I said destitute vacuum.
I swear you said destitute.
I didn't say destitute. I don't remember saying that. Obscurity murmured and bubbled. Sorry. Obscurity murmured and bubbled beneath the heavy velvet fog. Competing vibrations turned the wind down and it shook the air with a stiff, rich core. This seriously anymore. The staccato hum echoed, threatening to break the eclipsing shadow. Okay, we're gonna stop here.
Alright.
It feels like we're not gonna stop. Okay.
That was, yeah, cool.
That's so cool. Anyways, I'm gonna quit. This one. Oh, well, anyway. Okay. Alright,
Well,
that was Danganronpa Lapse, the first chapter. So what are your thoughts on it?
I hated it.
You hated it? What do you
It
mean?
didn't feel very nice.
What do you mean?
That whole case didn't feel very, like, thrilling at all.
Yeah, I guess I would somewhat agree. And the fact that we had to rely on, like, testimony the most in this one. It's an interesting take on it. Like, it's an interesting take on a trial. Like,
Yeah.
relying on testimony.
But I do think we just need information, at least, so we can solve it ourselves, too.
Yeah, right?
Like, at least...
Because we had to rely on Art, what is it? Like, we had to rely on Art having to reveal himself. Like, slipping. Like, he...
Yeah.
Slip of the tongue.
Slip of the tongue. Like, in...
And it wasn't even reliable.
It was, yeah, it really wasn't. And, like, the lack of alibis was too much.
Yeah. There was only one confirmed alibi out of all. Like,
Yeah.
I know it's 10 people, but you have to utilize that.
Yeah, like, I think because, like we were saying, we were accusing Cyrus there.
Yeah. Because his statements weren't reliable.
I was gonna mention that the only reason I wouldn't think it's him is because they're using him as evidence. Like, the reason it's not, what's his name? Lyle. The reason it's not Lyle is because Cyrus is there. And that's the only reason I didn't think it was him.
Yeah. Wait, you mean Cyrus?
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Because the only reason they cleared Lyle is because Cyrus is there.
Yeah. And Arturo was very well in the atrium, so we couldn't even rely on that. It had to be slip of the tongue.
Yeah.
And, like, we didn't get that much information on Art to suspect.
Like, yeah, and like he admitted it so fast too.
Oh, we didn't even get. I just realized we didn't get any, like, information on the note. Did everyone just leave it up to speculation that there was two? It was Fort's, like, was Fort's, what is it called? Remark? Question mark? Like, his remark about having two notes? Just ignore.
I think there was only one note.
But how? Lyle had it. Say saw it in. I mean, sorry.
This is the scenario. The note was with what's her name?
Pandora.
Pandora, yeah. It was with Pandora. She must have left it there, and then Lyle took it, and now it's with Lyle. And who is Lyle with?
Art.
So that must have been it.
Ah, so there's just
In
one
the
note
end.
being passed around for some reason.
But then Arturo had it.
And then he destroyed it. I wonder what's up with it though, because we never saw the emblems,
Yeah.
and no one else saw it. It was just them. I wonder, maybe Say recognized it. Maybe. Actually, never mind. I don't know. Okay. Or maybe Cyrus did, but I don't know. With Cyrus, like they just revealed that Cyrus is not who he seems, which is what's his game. I concur. It was sad though.
It was sad, but I don't know.
Which is fair. I think I also didn't really know how to feel about it, but I liked art. I
liked
didn't
art
expect
too.
it. Like,
I would have liked it more if we were right, because that made the most sense.
yeah. His information was unreliable.
Yeah, his information cleared people, but the fact that the door was open. Like, everybody could have known at one point. Like, that slip of the tongue felt very just...
The music?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to rely on the music too.
Everybody would know about the music at that point, so like... I don't know about that slip of the tongue moment.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But anyway, I don't know what else to say, but I'm hoping the rest of the chapters are good. I've heard people saying it's good, so but this first case
This wasn't
is
a good impression
of
of me,
the-
honestly.
yeah, but I do like the characters and I like the dialogue. I like the vibe of the entire thing, like especially the mystery revolving around it and like, oh my god, what the heck is this? Yeah, I like it. And the format of just 10 people is an interesting take on it, and a 7-day countdown too, which is like, how the heck are you going to kill those amount of people in a short amount of time? 7 days. They're on the 3rd day already. So who knows how many people are gonna die until the end of 7 days? That's the interesting. Huh?
Yeah. How many chapters are there?
I had no idea.
There
but-
can't be 5 chapters, because 2 people would have to die every time unless there's a suicide.
Yeah, and
And then there, at the end of at the 5th chapter, there'd be at least 2 people.
well, who knows? We'll see what happens. But we're gonna continue playing this game eventually, some point in the future. Except,
Far future?
huh?
Far future?
Not far future. We still have to play. But well, yeah, there are other games we have to play too. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Yep. Anyways, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah. And we're probably gonna place, like, I feel like the options are
Genshin, Star Rail, or
Roblox or
Roblox.
Those are the 3 main options.
Yeah. Genshin, Star Rail, or Roblox.
Uh-huh.
So you'll see us then. See you guys next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oops. Bye.